All right, we are back. So, where we last left off, after arriving back in Kyber, receiving some notes, one of which was delivered to Gold, that asked for a meeting. The meeting was with the dwarf member of the Shadow that had basically indoctrinated him into the group, where he and Tomur decided that they were going to go. Tomur was going to kind of tag along, provide some support for that mission. In the meantime, the rest of the party, I can't remember exactly what you're doing. What do you remember that you were doing during that time?
Yeah, we're cleaning.
Oh, that's right. You guys were cleaning the upstairs attic space in the Honeypot Inn in order to get it prepared so that eventually maybe you could move in there, and especially after the 1,000 gold that Gold dropped off to the owners of the Honeypot Inn and Tavern. They are going to indeed get some professional carpenters in there to kind of fix the place up, you know, set it up with individual rooms, things like that, you know, so people can have their own privacy, however the party wants. Then, after as Gold got to his little meeting, what do you remember about Gold?
Well, he didn't like Tomur very much. Because he's not a shadowy guy who can detect demons and shit. So, Tomur got kicked out because he wasn't cool enough. He basically told me to do my job. I was like, well, okay. We then proceeded to leave and go hunt down a demon.
At which point, not only did he leave, but he, like, fucking bamfed out of there.
Yeah, I need to learn how to do that cool a bit.
And then, meanwhile, while that was going on and you were cleaning up, eventually you guys all finished that up, got together, and Leon, with the message he had received, that was delivered to him via Johnathan, told him that, you know, he and Councilman Antoinette needed to meet. There was more that needed to be discussed, but, you know, in person, in somewhere, you know, safe. And eventually the meeting was set. And it was set for the Horny Halfling. An establishment that, well, more of an adult entertainment area in itself. But it did seem to offer privacy and discretion, which is what they were going for in this meeting. The rest of the party, having gathered together, decided that the best course of action would be if they went together to this meeting and took up positions in order to assist, if need be, if anything went down.
It's a very good idea, because it did.
It did. Which Persephone's idea of assisting was to be about 100 feet away over at some shops in the other portion of the bowl.
But she's the one who stopped
shopping.
So,
Yes.
So goddamn
But she did.
hard, though.
She did, because as Leon got the information from Councilman Antoinette, shortly into their little meeting, she ended up grabbing her head in agony as if she was getting a huge migraine. And then it subsided, and her eyes go wide, and she says, "Oh no, someone was trying to spy on us, or at least me. They know I'm involved. Oh no," and she bolts, heads out the back door, just in time as Tomur comes around the corner to see her and another figure clasp hands and run down towards the other end of the alleyway, where a carriage that both Patch and Persephone, who were Patch out front, Persephone also out front but a little ways away, and actually fairly close to the carriage where it started. They jumped into this carriage. Persephone noticed something else jumped on the back of the carriage, kind of where some luggage and things like that would normally be stored, kind of in a little storage compartment. Something a shadowy figure did. The party all gets together out front, and they decide to make chase because, well, Councilman Antoinette could be in danger. So the chase went on. Persephone turning into a giant eagle and having Tomur jump on her back, while Patch
Group 1 height.
Group 1 height.
turned into a warhorse with Leon in the front and Gold clasping around him, hair blowing in the wind.
Blowing right in Gold's face.
I
And,
can't fucking see.
Hair constantly getting in his mouth.
and they pursued the escaping carriage. As they eventually finally weaving through the traffic, almost having a few crashes themselves. One in which they did sideswipe a cabbage cart, but then almost running over a child in the middle of the street, but managing to avoid it. Eventually, Group 1, the ground crew, and Group 2, the air support, did manage to get close enough to the carriage that they could see it, and the real chase began. Things were difficult at first as the carriage was weaving kind of sporadically through the street and then taking odd turns here and there. But eventually, as they got closer and closer, Gold was able to loose a few arrows, striking the back axle of this carriage. And just due to the force, literally, the force damage that he is able to imbue in his arrows, after 3 hits, was able to snap that axle, which caused the back end to drop and drag along the ground. The carriage now was kind of careening a bit out of control when Leon quickly cast sleep, knocking out whoever was driving the carriage and causing a massive crash as it tumbled end over end.
Look at you.
A fight ensued as the party arrived and 2 figures exited. Darkness was dropped. And then nobody could see what was going on. But Tomur charged in. Having dropped the warhorse form due to damage, and
Being shot straight out of it.
yep, and then assuming giant elk form, Patch, pursued as one of the 2 enemy combatants, fled down an alleyway. The other one attempted to flee, but was brought down by the rest of the group. However, some serious damage had occurred. Leon himself succumbing to a massive amount of poison damage as he was struck hard by a crossbow bolt coated in poison. Managed to grit his teeth and stave it off for a few rounds and pull Councilman Antoinette out of the carriage. Her form beat up, not really conscious at first, before he succumbed to the poison and passed out. The councilman was healed, and the first words out of her mouth, weakened as she was, were, "My husband." And that's where we left off last time.
Yep.
Okay? Patch, you were down the alley. You had lost track of this assailant. You're still down there at kind of this turn in the alley. It goes a couple different directions. Leon is
Unconscious.
back with the group. He is unconscious at this point in time. The rest of you 3, Homer, Persephone, and Gold, are all kind of gathered around right now in that area, in the wreck of where this cart is just strewn all over. There are several injuries. Gold, I know you had gone and attempted to tend to some of the wounded in the area from this large crash. But you're still in the general vicinity there. As you guys are there, you hear Councilman Antoinette ask about her husband. What are you guys doing now?
Where's Persephone next to me? Because I'm next to Leon and the lady.
Yeah, I imagined I was also there because I think you and me were trying to get Leon to exist again.
So you watch them. I'm gonna go back into the cart and look for the husband.
I'm gonna continue to stand there.
Pat just angrily banging around the alley looking for the guy that was taking pot shots at us.
Gold
Okay.
would still be tending to the wounded.
You hear an angry elk noise in the distance around the corner.
Angry elk noises. Okay.
I return.
So you return. So you're just making noise and kind of trying to search around.
He makes a disgruntled elk noise when he can't find him.
Okay. Do you eventually kind of make your way back?
Yeah, as soon as once
do you
I've knocked
turn
things
back
over.
into Herringon form, or do you
Not yet.
maintain
Not.
Okay.
Not until I
Okay, so you're going down this alleyway. Your antlers are practically touching. It's
I
actually
got
a
it.
fairly wide alleyway.
he
which-
raked it with the
Yeah, which it's a fairly wide alleyway, so that's the only reason why you didn't like get stuck and couldn't go down it.
he's holding his head sideways as he walks.
Yeah, but you're able to get down there.
Catwalk
And,
causes you to die.
and now a giant elk emerges from the alleyway.
Oh God, a giant elk!
What are the rest of you doing?
Looking for the husband in the carriage.
Okay. You find a fairly large man, unconscious, cuts, bruises, bleeding. Do you have medicine?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
That's nice.
That's a fat 15.
Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so with that 15, you're not proficient in medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have.
That's what I mean by do you have medicine?
Oh no.
But so yeah, you don't know much about medicine overall, but yeah, you're smart enough. You can kind of figure out a little bit. You've seen some things. He's bleeding a lot, and it's pretty obvious that his left leg is broken, as there is bone jutting out of it.
Fun.
That's hot.
I will stick a healing potion down his throat.
Okay.
One of the ones that I have left. My last one. It's a normal one.
Okay.
I'll just use my last healing potion and put it down his gullet. Maybe that'll stop the bleeding. I
Okay.
would assume so.
You see
An open wound.
some of the bleeding subsides, but he's still very beat up, and the bone is still jutting out of his leg.
All right, I'm gonna carefully pull him out of the wagon.
Sure, you
This is
manage.
husband?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm assuming
you
so.
manage
Oh, thank
to
God.
I mean, you can assume it.
pull this figure. I mean, your strength is sufficient enough that it takes a little bit of effort.
Yeah.
Because this is a good 6'1", 6'2", probably 230-pound guy, and he's dead weight.
Yeah.
So it takes some effort and some time, but you do manage to get him out of the carriage and kind of drag him over near to where his wife is. He seems to be breathing, but he's not conscious.
Okay, so he's not dead.
Looking around for guards and crowd situation.
There are quite a few people around, especially with the loud crash that occurred and the injuries. Some people like in some of the homes nearby, because it's a little more of a residential area as you have gotten away from the bowl itself and the market area. But there are a couple shops here and there still too. And so either some of the people that were working in shops or in their homes nearby, hearing this and looking, some have come out. So there's probably 30 or 40 people around the general area. Some are just kind of standing gawking like, oh my God. Others are actually actively trying to assist and help with some of the wounded. Yet others, you hear call for guards, but you don't see any just yet.
We staying, we moving. What's the plan?
I'd like to not be here.
Quite frankly, I'm not sure what to do. Councilwoman,
I offer a supportive elk noise to you.
She
would you
kind
rather stay or go?
She kind of looks at
Do I say
you.
first?
She's clearly still out of it some.
Mm-hmm.
She took some heavy injuries, and healing, while it is magical, it's not perfect. It can't, adventurers, you're used to popping up, but you end up with scars and issues. It's not the healing of time and how time actually heals wounds properly.
It's more like an infusion of life force.
Exactly. So it is a quick fix. It still takes time to recover, especially from severe head trauma, bangs on the head. You're still going to be foggy. So doesn't seem fully coherent. She just keeps going, my husband.
He's right next to you. He's fine. He's breathing.
We should get her and Emmett least to some kind of medical professional.
Well, I can't carry 3 people.
I make an elk noise
I
at
gotta-
Tomur when he says that.
Scratch that. I can carry 1 person. The elk can carry the other 2.
Doggo.
You
For
bring
5 minutes.
You bring Doggo in for 5 minutes.
don't
He's
think
here
you-
for 5 minutes.
I don't think
That's
your
all I
hand's
got.
gonna help.
I have him for 5 minutes, guys.
Any amount helps. Honestly.
I want to.
5 minutes of help.
I had a question to the DM.
Mm-hmm.
Bloodhunters, they study hemocraft.
Just kidding.
Is there any
he's
way I
not
can
here.
work
I don't
on
have the
Leon
sorcery
and try to
points
get the
for
poison
him.
out of his bloodstream with hemocraft?
Just kidding.
You know what?
Can he be used outside of combat?
Yes, he can, but he only lasts for 5 minutes,
Yeah,
so it's kind of
he's-
useless.
Yeah, I mean,
but
yeah.
I don't
combat,
have the
he's
sorcery
basically
points
there
to do
the
it.
entire combat.
He's there to just fight,
Yeah.
but like,
Yeah.
besides that, it's 10 minutes.
I
Just a guess.
How many
Yeah.
people can a huge beast carry?
So a huge beast actually should be able to,
Yeah.
to carry 4.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you could easily, with the size you are, you could easily put Leon, Councilman, and her husband
I'm
all in the
strategically
back.
maintaining the elk form.
Okay.
Alright, well, then I'll start stringing people along your back with Tomur.
I'm just gonna
Well, I want to try to see
watch.
if this
I'm not gonna
hemocraft
be
works.
much helpful, so
I
Okay.
kind of like do the
Um,
sit down as the elk.
I will say, go ahead
Slinging corpses.
and give me an alchemy check with your alchemist supplies.
How about an alchemy check?
I think that constitutes a D100 roll.
Yeah, that does.
19.
19. Okay.
Can he get the 69?
You aren't really able to extract the poison, but you think,
How do they roll it?
based on you're looking at the wound. He actually has a wound. It's in his upper left shoulder,
Do like a little
Okay.
spin.
and you can see the poison is skin around it. There's like necrosis, and some of the poison is kind of leaching out, but it's also, you can kind of see lines through of like going through the veins.
That's
It's
a 96.
nasty.
That's
But you're
a
able
way.
to get a tiny little, drop of it, and you kind of go through with your alchemy supplies. It takes you a good, minute or two to kind of just
Yeah.
play around with it and test a couple things really quick. But you're like, okay, yeah. Okay, this could help. You end up taking an herb that you've got in there, which just looks like a simple, kind of heart-shaped leaf.
Yeah.
You've got a couple of those in there. You begin to grind those up really quick into as a powder as much as you can, and then combining that with a little bit of kind of a clear oil, like a mineral oil. You make a paste, almost like almost like a poultice, but it's more like a balm.
Yeah.
And you end up using another one of those leaves so you don't touch it directly, but then rub that paste into the wound itself after removing the arrow from there. You take 1 point of damage from the arrow being removed, the bolt. But you rub that into the wound, and you think that may over time help with the toxicity and prevent further damage.
Okay. W. All right. So what's
But
the?
he's still out
Still
cold.
short.
That's fine.
Not that it's gonna help, but prestidigitation.
Now you look pretty again.
What's the closest place to heal these people at?
I
Well, I've never been to a doctor in this place.
I will get on top of the cart and look for a docator.
I'd like to ask
Give
a
me a perception
civilian
check.
around here.
You're gonna give me an investigation check.
Can I roll the sleep harder?
That's a 5.
Yes. Okay.
I'll see
Ye-
shit, guys.
Yep.
I got a 19.
You're in a mostly residential area. You see mostly houses, the occasional like corner store that breads and
No band
household goods and stuff like that.
I got a 14 for investigation.
As you're helping one of the other victims that got injured from the debris from the crash, someone else is helping you, and you're like, I'm looking for a doctor, a healer, something, blah blah blah, and they look at you and say, I'm sorry, that's well, we need to take all these people there. It's 3 blocks down.
Let's go.
Yay!
If you want ride with him, I'll carry Leon myself.
Sure.
Because I got three bodies plus you. That's 4.
Well,
no,
he's carrying
I'm
Leon,
carrying
so-
Leon to take the weight off so Gold can ride and steer you in the right direction.
Okay.
I will walk.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys all start heading down that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait. No, because I have the dead body of that other guy.
You just sling the dead body over Ajax.
Ajax?
Oh, really?
I don't know, bro.
Double
Patch.
dead body.
Double
He'll
dead
carry
body.
you too,
Never
it's
mind,
fine.
Patch.
So,
Alright, I
so
say-
you're playing as Lamel right now.
Actually,
and he's playing as Ajax.
Before we leave, I want to search the dead body to find if I can find any important documents or anything that would have helped them find out this is their
Give me an
target.
investigation check.
Please don't leave the dead body.
Investigation's looking good.
No, we-
Oh, it's a dead body?
I don't care.
I got a bag for him. I'm just saying, he's gonna weigh a lot less.
17 with investigation. See if I
Okay.
can find any.
People are on me right now?
4.
On the body, you find a pouch that has 50 gold in it.
Taking it.
Equivalent. It's a mix of gold and silver and
Taking
copper.
it.
But it's about 50 gold worth. You do also see a small hand-scrawled note.
Got it.
The note just says, track her. If found, eliminate.
Yeah, this was an assassination, not even a kidnapping.
Damn, they were really bad assassins.
I'll take the note.
Or we were just really
did
good
the job better than
heroes.
him.
No,
Oh.
they should just walked in. Done.
Anything else worth
There's
of
no
noticing
way
on the body besides that?
Enough help.
Not really.
Okay, I'll take the gold and I'll take the note. Okay, I'm gonna throw the body back into the carriage.
Okay.
No
The
metagaming.
dead body goes in the carriage. They're not gonna think.
I can put him in the bag if
You're gonna
want.
chop him up in the bag of holding?
Who said chop?
I'm not
He
trying
did.
to metagame.
The hole is not gonna be that big to put a
No,
full
Leon.
dead body in.
I
I know what you're wanting to do.
It's a thing that I can do,
I
and
know.
you're
it's
forgoing
built
it.
to
I know.
stretch.
No, I forgot. I remember.
Fuck it. You walk the oak,
So
put
who's-
Leon on the thing, and
Who's
I'll
on
carry
there?
the
I
dead
have
body.
Yay.
You have the
I have the
council,
husband,
the husband,
you.
me, and
No, you're walking.
You're walking the oak. I'm just gonna put Leon on top of that, and I'll take the body so we can question it later.
Why are you taking Leon when I can get there much faster?
We have 4 bodies. The 2
Mhm.
people, Leon, and the dead body that I killed that we can talk to dead.
You're taking Leon, so that's only 2 on me. Then if you're saying that he's walking,
Leon is gonna go on you.
I'm putting Leon
Shouldn't
back
you
on
be
you.
speaking
Okay.
like an elk?
elk noises.
Yeah.
I
so
mean Venusaur.
I'm gonna talk to Gold and be like, listen, walk the oak down there. You have the dead bodies. I'll be as fast as I can right behind you with the dead body that I got, so we can question them later.
Sure.
Let's just go.
Alright. So, it doesn't take you
Complicated.
terribly long. It's only 3
forgot
blocks
about the third
down.
body.
It's fairly easy to find when you
The fourth
get
body.
there. As you can see a sign hanging out front that clearly looks like the the traditional medical symbol of a staff, with the snakes winding up. I mean, it's actually the same symbol that we have here.
I will say, as
So-
we get closer, I'm gonna try to message whoever's inside, just tell them they need to, like, get the fuck out here.
Before we leave, though, is there still space on me for one more?
Yes.
Then
You could-
are we actually leaving the corpse of the evil guy?
No,
He's carrying
I'm carrying it.
Okay,
I put
I
Leon
was
back
gonna-
on you.
I was gonna kind of do the hoof at the ground thing to
I searched him first, and I'm still taking him.
Yeah. So you guys get there. You're moving at a decent pace, but not super fast because you don't want
I don't want to.
jostle the bodies too much. They're already injured. So you get them
Yeah, this is
there,
not
and
subtle
as you're getting close, Persephone sees when she sees the sign off a little ways, and yeah, that's within range. You go ahead and attempt to message someone. So, quick question for you: who exactly are you messaging,
I mean,
and how do you know that?
anyone inside, like, I just have to look at my spell and remember how message works real quick.
Yep. You point a finger toward a creature.
One target.
Yeah, but you point a finger toward the target. If you don't know that,
Oh, it
how
says
you...
familiar with the target. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. Then never mind. I will yell.
Yep.
Oh, actually, hold on. I'll use thaumaturgy, and
There you go.
I'll make my
Use it
voice
to
make
real
it
loud.
sound like elk
There we
noise.
go.
There you go.
I forgot how message worked, guys. It's been a minute.
Okay, so you get loud.
Yeah.
And what exactly do you say?
Open up, bitches.
If I get a doctor,
This
that
is a
would be
robbery.
great. We got some people in need of doctoring
Okay.
ASAP.
Give me a persuasion check.
That wasn't convincing.
Good luck.
I'm at a +6 for persuasion. That's a 15.
Okay. You're getting closer and closer, and by the time you're within about 30 feet or so, the front door of this doctor's office, or whatever it is specifically, you're not exactly sure, but it opens up, like swings out, and someone comes out. Looks like a relatively young, maybe in their early 20s, female human woman. And she's got long hair. She is wearing a white apron that is tied tightly around her back. She's got a white cloth that she's kind of tied around, almost like a bandana, to hold her hair back and keep it off of her face. She has gloves on as well, and you can clearly see there's a little bit of stuff on there. You're not sure if that's a little bit of old blood stains. Could be from vomit. Doctors. They can sometimes get into some nasty bodily fluids, and some of that stuff stains. So you can see some like old stains on this thing. It's not pristine. But she comes kind of running out, looks around, and then she sees this giant elk, a tiefling,
It's the ambulance.
an elf, and then a half-orc who's carrying a limp figure, and there are 3 bodies kind of draped across the back of this giant elk approaching her. And at first she kind of stops and freezes there looking at this scene, going like, what the hell? And she's just kind of wide-eyed for a moment.
It's the year 200. You haven't seen this before. Let's go.
I'm sorry. We need you to help look at the bodies that are on the elk. I'll help you bring them inside. Don't worry about the one that I'm carrying. That's for
I
the
kind
boys.
of lower myself down, get them off of that. I'm going to transform back.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yes, she quickly goes into like triage mode. Runs over to the first one that is there, that she doesn't see any movement, and that is the husband, who has a bone sticking out of his leg, doesn't seem to be moving on his own. The councilwoman, who is actually closer, but she's, clearly awake. And then Leon is kind of on the far side. He's also not really moving. So she immediately goes to the larger man, who isn't moving and has a bone sticking from his leg, and begins to take a look at it.
Yes, that's a bone.
And she goes,
Yep, this shit's fucked.
what in the hell?
That's
Who
actually-
gave this man healing?
No.
I just put a potion in him. That's it.
And you didn't think to set the bone first?
I'm not a doctor.
Shit.
That
We
seemed
can
like
hurt
a
him
good
again
idea on
if we
paper.
need that. Like, that's not a problem.
Carry him inside, put him on my table.
All right, doing it.
She then goes over to Leon because he's not moving. She begins to check him. Not bleeding. Ooh. Oh. Very nasty wound.
Poison.
Breathing okay. You'll have to set him on the couch in the front area.
I'm coming back.
And then she comes over to Councilman Antoinette. Begins to check her out real quick. Okay, and who's staying with her at this point in time?
I'm gonna think.
I guess me, I wouldn't have really moved to be of
Okay.
any use.
I'm
so
the only
yeah.
one that's moving because I'm
Mhm.
bringing bodies into where she's telling me
Okay.
to do it.
She goes, she doesn't seem to be any further injured. She may have a concussion or something like that. She's okay at this time. Go her and rest her in. There is a chair in there, very comfortable, overstuffed chair. Rest her in that chair. Get her a blanket. There's some hot tea in the back. I don't care if you go back there. You can get her some of that. I'll be dealing with the larger man first. And then she runs in.
Alright.
I'll follow her in and ask if she needs any help.
She actually starts giving directions to anyone that is there that will listen.
Oh yeah,
You know,
I'm helping.
hand me that, hand me that, blah, blah. And she says, it's a good thing he's unconscious, but, you,
Yeah.
hold him down.
Okay. I hold him steady.
Hold him down. Your whole weight. He
Okay.
may wake up from this. She goes and she actually takes a large, it looks like almost a broom handle.
Oh.
She's gonna break
She-
his leg.
She takes that, she straps it with some leather straps around the lower half of his leg. She kind of straightens his leg out a little bit, gets some leverage on it, and then crack! Back into place.
Fun.
You feel the body underneath you like shift a bit.
No, you're
And
not
then
going
you
anywhere.
go,
You're not going anywhere.
and then he passes back out immediately from the pain.
He's awake.
Adrenaline's out.
And then she unstraps this broom handle, and then actually gets out some cutting tools and begins to actually cut around the bone, and now is kind of gently forcing it back into position now that it is close. I mean, she's getting all sorts of bloody doing this. It is nasty, and she says, she looks at you dead in the eye. If you ever come across this again, always set the bone first.
Alright, first time.
I think it's better than him dying, though.
He wouldn't have died if you had just staved off the bleeding and then set the bone.
No, we're not doctors. We don't necessarily know that.
Now we know.
She goes,
Heat of the moment.
go into the front, look on the table, grab one of the flyers.
Yes,
keep
ma'am.
it handy.
Pat scurries on.
All right. If you go grab one of those, you see she's got a stack of these little vellum flyers sitting there printed up, and it's every fourth day of the week she offers a class in first aid. And she's like, if more people would read that,
No,
take
that's
the damn
actually quite
class.
handy.
So she's
I pocket the flyer.
yeah, she's going
Make
to
it
work.
two.
She's going to work on this, and this is something you have seen done on the battlefield
Going to a home ec class.
because you don't always have clerics around.
Medicine today, buddy.
Fortunately for you, in your company, you had Ajax. So, he was able to heal injuries magically and do it a little better. And, there was still some hands-on with some of this, but he was able to do it a little better. But this is completely non-magical healing. You haven't seen it done to this extent before, where she's bringing out sharp knives and carving flesh as needed, and removing bits of shrapnel and stuff from this man's body, and then actually sewing wounds up and then applying bandages. You've just seen quick compress bandages and tourniquets and stuff like that. You haven't seen this kind
So
of stuff.
would magical healing help in this case? Because I could do
It
that
could.
still. I haven't used a single spell slot.
It could,
I
but
could also.
she's doing her work, and she's
Stopping
focused
it.
on that. In fact, anyone who is there, who is awake, who has history, Like, is proficient in history. Anyone?
I have,
Gwen.
I have advantage in history, but not really.
No. The only one who has history, I think, is unconscious. But she takes some time. It's probably about a good 20 minutes of her just doing various things, this poor man, and then, you know, she starts checking, putting her fingers up on his neck right here, checks his breath. Okay, he seems to be calm right now. Goes to a shelf, pulls some kind of bottle of something. It's clearly not a healing potion, but it's something. Maybe some kind of alchemical formula. You don't know. Pours it down his throat. Said that'll help him rest. There is a bed in the
Got
back.
it.
Please carry him
Gently.
gently there. Multiple people. Try not to.
Gold, grab the
move
leg.
much.
Be gentle.
Then she comes out to the front area to the couch where you are.
Yes.
Leon. She brings with her a few more herbs. Okay, some of the stuff you recognize when you get back out there, Tomur. But she brings a few more herbs, as well as a couple more vials of something or other, and pours one down his throat. Leon, give me a. I guess this would be Constitution.
I figured. Con save.
Mhm.
15.
All right. You actually begin coughing, and you like wake up. You're still really feeling like hell, but you're coughing really loudly and really badly, and you actually cough up some nasty looking stuff that she takes like a cloth, then immediately as you start coughing kind of like puts it up to your face, which you just almost instinctively grab and start coughing into, and there's some nasty stuff that comes out of you as you cough this into this handkerchief basically.
That's probably supposed to stay in.
Yeah. And then you feel pretty awake at this point, but you are weary and you have a level of exhaustion.
Oh boy.
Your throat is also very raw feeling, and a little bit raspy. It's a little bit hard to talk, but you can. It's a little painful, that's all. But you are now awake. Okay.
Well, how the other councilman?
Hey, buddy.
Morning, buddy.
Relax.
Yeah.
Breathe.
She all right?
We're at a doctor's office. The husband got saved. He's sleeping in the back. She's okay. We healed her up. She's just taking a little rest right now.
Thank the gods.
And
I get to imagine Tomer's still carrying the dead body around.
Yeah.
Oh no, I left the dead.
This whole time.
I left the dead
He's
body.
just sitting in one of the lobby chairs.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You stay here.
She then also kind of pulls away your shirt from your shoulder a little bit and takes a look at the wound. She's, oh my, and she grabs a poultice, puts it over on top of the balm that you put it on there, and then wraps it tightly, and she says, I'm afraid there's not much I can do for this. You may have a very, very nasty scar.
Hey, these chicks dig scars,
That
man.
makes two.
But he should be okay.
I made sure. I double
And-
checked him.
Then she goes and she's checking on the councilwoman. She ends up, kind of wrapping her head because she's, got a clear bruise. She, gets some things to help with her bruises and scrapes that she's got. But other than that, Councilman Antoinette seems to be fine. She's just a little bit out of it. Not as much so as she was immediately, but she's still a little bit out of it. And she actually puts her hand on this doctor's arm at one point and says, "My husband, is he okay?" She says, if you mean the larger man, yes, he will be okay. He just needs to rest. He's been through a lot. I did what I could with his leg. but let's just say he didn't receive the proper care immediately for that, and so he may have a slight limp.
Oh well. This bitch.
At least he gets a cane.
She's so passive aggressive to you.
But he'll be okay. And Councilman Antoinette says, thank you, and she sips up the tea that's been provided and just kind of waits there. And then she looks around and she sees all of you there, and she sees you sitting up in a chair, or on the couch that you had been laying down on. We're not safe here.
I can agree on that.
We gotta get out of here. Quick.
But where to?
I don't feel comfortable taking them back to the honeypot.
Well, if they weren't safe going to their own place of residence, then honeypot definitely not.
Where else do we go?
Well, if we take them to the honeypot, we can set them up in the attic. We gotta sneak them in there the back way.
I don't think that's entirely what's relevant here. I don't want to endanger the residents of the honeypot. If Alicia got hurt, that would...
Well, does the councilwoman, whenever she rests a little bit, we need to ask her if she had a safe house or was she going somewhere that we don't know?
Isn't the guild safe?
I was headed to my home.
Actually,
my children are there.
Oh, shit.
That may be the best thing you've ever said, Patch.
That's a little harsh, but
I actually...
The guild.
That is a fair idea.
it's got all the powerful people there. I was just
We have to get our children now.
Actually, now that you mention it, there might be someone there that I think could help us.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm putting together a team. No.
Okay.
Can I make some kind of intelligence check as well? Because earlier she had that whole, headache, and they're like, oh, they know I'm part of this or whatever. I want to make an intelligence check to see if Leon would know what that is.
Actually, I don't think you need to do intelligence. I would
Any
say,
kind of check, yeah.
I would say
it's a strength check.
No, I'd say give me an Arcana check.
Arcana is intelligence.
Yeah, but you actually have a bonus there.
Ah, okay.
You get a whole +1.
That's a 16.
Okay. Yeah, you've heard of the spell scrying.
Okay, I figured it.
You know, okay, that's probably exactly what happened with this. So,
Question. Someone's gonna have to go get the children. We can't leave the kids alone. They might be the next target.
Well, you
Which
all
children?
look like you are occupied keeping them safe, so I'll see you all later.
Leon, I'm going with you.
With all due respect, I think...
I don't trust what's going on right now. I'd rather take at least a group of 2 to go get the kids. Everybody else goes to get the...
What kids are you getting?
The councilwoman's kids.
Oh, okay.
They were heading to their
I missed
house.
that detail, I guess.
They could be used as leverage against her. So someone's gonna have to go get them.
All right.
God, I wish I had teleport.
Well, then I suppose it falls upon all of us to decide. How many should we bring?
My plan. This is my plan. We send someone to go get our wagon and our horses. We use that to transport the medically sick to the guild as a armored caravan.
are you talking about this out loud in kind of the waiting
No.
area?
I'm talking. I'm bringing the group in closer and just making sure.
Doctor walks over, he push her away.
No. The councilman, she looks at you all and says, whatever you are planning, I would appreciate if you would include me in the discussion.
I grab her chair and I bring it into the circle. I'm not gonna make her walk. I'll just pick up the chair. And...
Wait, look at it just moved.
All right, Councilwoman. This is our plan. We do have a wagon with horses that we can come back this way and pick you and your husband up to take you to the guild
Proficiency in driving it.
for safe protection. That's the only safe location we could think of.
Tomur, may I disagree with you here for a moment? The time it's going to take for me to go run all the way downtown to grab the horse and wagon, bring it back here, and then bring them to the guild, be better off just having, say, me and Patch
I do have one polymorph left.
just bring them to the guild.
I'm gonna
We'd be better off just doing that.
walk outside real quick.
Okay.
Are there any horses or wagons nearby?
Just gonna yoink
Give me a
one.
perception check.
Borrow?
The secret
Far.
ingredient is crime.
That's a 13.
There's a couple here and there.
So,
I'm gonna walk up to. Is there a wagon or are they all horses?
The
Or...
police
there-
that followed us here arrested us immediately
No,
for stealing a horse.
there's actually looks like about half a block down. There, you remember it because you passed it on the way here. On the other side of the street, there is it's a relatively small. It's not a covered wagon. It's just kind of an open cargo wagon, if you will, and it is parked with one horse attached to it out front of what looks to be some kind of general goods store, and there's some boxes and sacks and stuff like that on it, and there's a guy that is grabbing some stuff from that and carrying it into the store, and then coming back out and grabbing more and carrying it into the store.
How close to done unloading does he look?
About halfway.
Alright.
I see her walk outside after hearing that we need a horse. She's not gonna steal one, is she?
She's gonna steal.
I'm
She's not gonna make us criminals right
Mhm.
after we got it when the guards
Say,
are most
hey.
certainly coming to us right now, is she?
I need to borrow your cart.
You're asking the guy.
No, I'm telling him I need to borrow your cart.
This is a stick up.
Under this.
So this older gentleman, he's like, "You need to do what?"
I'll borrow your cart and I'll hand
I'm
him.
using it.
I don't care.
It's also mine.
And I'm gonna hand him 20 gold.
20 gold.
Yeah. I repeat.
You help me get the rest of this out of the back, you got a deal.
Alright. I will try my best. I don't imagine they're like super heavy. I can lift them.
No,
Yeah.
I mean they're.
Okay. Yeah,
It's goods in
Okay,
small
yeah,
boxes
We'll-
and bags and
we'll
stuff.
fucking mage hand it
For
out.
stuff
It'll get
Well,
sorted.
it's gonna take more than mage.
Alright,
hand.
I will lift it then.
I cast use my arms.
I cast.
The first time Persephone's ever done
Physical
anything manually.
effort.
Okay. So about
Fuck.
it takes you about 10 minutes, but then it's empty.
10-minute
He takes
concentration spell.
you
Physical
20
effort.
gold, and he's like,
Cool, thanks, bye!
"Yep."
And I, try really hard to get the wagon over there.
Okay. Give me an animal handling.
9.
Just crashes it right in
It
front
takes
of
you 10 more minutes.
Alright.
oh my.
Because you're pulling an Austin Powers with this thing.
Yeah.
As you go forward with the cart, you attempt to try to make the horse move it back.
like this.
You end up for a while. You're kind of blocking the street a little bit, like completely sideways, until you finally
I
kind
will
of.
say, a little bit into doing this, rather than driving the cart, I'm going to mage hand a carrot in front of the horse where I want him to go. On like a carrot on a stick kind
You
of
just had a carrot
situation.
in front of
Okay.
There's a fucking shop right here. With
Stole-
my 20
you
gold, I will
crimed
take a
another-
carrot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carrot wasn't part of the deal.
Fair enough.
He calls the cops immediately.
You took my carrot.
So the
violated
cart comes
Your
around.
stolen carrot is now forfeit.
Comes around, and as you're doing all this, the guy's just kind of standing there
Yeah,
watching
no,
you,
I'm aware. It's fine.
and he says, "I expect that cart back here."
I said borrow. I'm gonna fucking attempt to leave.
Aye.
I said borrow. I meant never return.
So in 20 minutes she's
he's just looking-
looked at
yeah.
all of my-
And he's just staring at you the whole time.
So
Like, you never give me your name, but don't worry,
You're not gonna forget
I'm good
me.
with faces.
You're not gonna forget me.
I'm good with faces.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, faces.
I'm like the only tiefling.
Bobs.
I
Yeah.
know, but like also I'm like the only tiefling.
Yeah.
You've met,
No, I haven't met
You
a
haven't,
single
but-
one of them.
yes.
I am the
There've been-
only one ever.
there's been 2 others that the party has met.
No, we have not.
I imagine while she's doing this, eventually we would have decided on the plan. Go outside and see Persephone doing
I don't know,
this.
I
And as she's
imagine-
trying to load the people in the carriage.
I imagine I come back, you guys are still arguing over the plan.
I don't think we're ever arguing.
No, we were discussing.
We're all just kind of like watching you walk out, then we all kind
Now,
of slowly
While
walk
you,
in.
now, while all that
Watch.
basically is 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You guys are inside still 20 minutes. You still haven't decided what's going on. What's going on?
So,
I'm just like, it's like a train wreck. I can't
Let's-
look away.
let's do this. Gold, you take our bunny friend here, and you take Persephone, take them on the wagon, get them to the guild, and we'll meet you there after we
Wait.
grab the kids.
You want us to be at the guild?
Where else do you want us to
I
take
think
you?
that's the safest spot.
Do you have
But
a
are you sure?
I'm not sure of anything.
I know you don't exactly trust them, and I can't fault you for that. But unless you have a better idea, then that's the best security I could think of.
I think we need to be out of town.
Completely?
Yes.
The guild has lots of strong people in it as well, though. So that
They
was the
are.
reasoning.
They are for hire, though.
Patch.
Out of town, if they find you there's not going to be anything anyone can do, nor can they get you in time.
I
know
agree
we
with
need
this.
to disappear for a time.
But I will say, as a councilman, she has greater oversight over Kyber as a whole. She probably has a better idea of what these people we're dealing with are capable of while within the walls.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I vote we make a pit stop by the guild, so I can talk to some people I know. And then we get out as fast as possible.
That's fine.
I need my children.
And that is
We will
exactly
meet you at the guild with your children.
what we plan to do. Give me your hand.
We plan to bring your kids safe and sound. We promise.
I'm sorry I had to.
I trust you, Thangren.
You can use my real name.
Who?
Who he? Fine. Leon.
Tancred?
It's a bad habit.
All right. How do we get here? Where's your house located?
I know.
Okay. Well,
Don't ask.
Gold. We'll meet you there in a couple minutes. Hopefully everything goes smoothly.
Couple of minutes, damn.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm not driving.
Oh yeah, I
anymore.
forgot. I have teleport. Fucking.
No. I'm just saying.
I know what you mean. You'll meet us there.
Grab any supplies that we're gonna need to get them at least set up out of town. If you can't, try to collect the money we get from our dwarven friend if he's back in town.
That would be well out of the way. I'm not gonna bother with that.
Well, if he's at the guild, I don't
Yeah,
know.
we'll get it eventually.
If he'd
Going
be at the
there.
guild.
I doubt he'll be there, but sure.
You four who are still inside, give me perception checks.
I love Persnaction snacks.
Nice.
Persephone checks?
Persephone
Perception
shit.
checks.
Yeah, I'm still
20.
And if you've got advantage on hearing,
Oh, that's caught.
then you can.
23.
15.
19.
My eyes are working right now.
Nothing.
He
I
said
said
20.
20 earlier.
Oh, okay, 20. Just checking, because. All right. So yeah, all of you here, because she's not really trying to hide it,
Mhm.
but she stands up and she actually walks over into the back to the doctor, and you hear her say, "Be truthful. You do know who I am, don't you?" She says, "Yes, of course, Councilman." And then you hear kind of the jingle of a pouch of gold.
Yeah.
And then you also hear her say, "You do know who I am, don't you?" "Oh, no, of course not." "Good."
Typical politician.
All cock, no cock.
Bribing someone immediately upon becoming conscious again.
I think it's kind of base.
That's my kind of people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave the dead body in your hands. Because I'm not bringing a dead body to get kids.
That's a fair point.
Oh, that's not how we do this.
Here, kids, meet Uncle Dead Guy.
We
Remember
can
that
never
guy
use
that was
it.
trying to kill your parents? You can kick his ass. He's dead already.
If you dry him up just right, it makes perfect jerky. That was a really bad joke. Ugh. Ah.
Gold, I'm gonna give you the note that I found on the guy that tells the instructions of follow if
Location of the
chance
secret bad
assassinate.
guy base.
The assassination order, sure.
Yeah, just in case. Leon, let's get going.
Before we head out, and I walk over to the nurse, doctor, whatever, right? And I also drop coin, 100 to her, gold, and I say, "Thank you. I know this is nothing personal. You just happen to be the right doctor in the right place in the right time, but thank you." And then, as I do that, I pull out a potion and just, all right, back to business.
And I come screeching down the hall.
Okay.
So how did you handle healing potions in your game again?
It was.
You
You roll.
roll,
Just
dude.
normal healing potions?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's like
Andrew's
2d4
Plus 2, yeah.
Yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
It's normal per the rules, man.
Alright, well, I know other games do them differently.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Shall
So,
get-
what are you guys doing?
I bring the horse.
Okay.
Uh,
So now
Hey,
there's
Gold.
a
Can
single
you
horse,
drive?
a single horse cart out front.
So am I going with you then?
Damn, the horse is
Yeah.
single?
If you ask nice enough.
I'll put the bodies in there gently.
And
before
you
I-
two are going
Well.
to.
Body.
kids.
The other one is still a
Yeah.
person. He was alive.
Oh yeah. I'm talking about like the wounded person.
Yeah.
Put him in gently, then take the dead body, put it at the very. I don't care where he goes. He's dead already. We're just gonna use him to talk.
Just hold him in the corner.
Yep, like origami, just right in the spine.
There's not a ton of room in there. I mean, it isn't a huge cart, but there's enough.
That's all I can do
That-
on short notice, guys.
Yeah, that dead body and a unconscious man can lay in there, and Councilman Antoinette also lays down in there, and she has a blanket that she has taken from the doctor, and when she gets in there, pulls it up over everybody,
Okay,
including the body.
that's fine.
So it's just a cart with a blanket on it.
Oh, because we're not. There's no roof.
There's no cover for
No,
it. It's an open
oh,
cart.
it's open.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Oh.
All right.
It's best I could do it short notice.
See you at the guild in a little bit.
Just has the cover on it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get going.
I'll be safe.
I know.
Okay.
There's still a dude wandering around out there, and they
I
has
still
some
got.
pretty nasty poison.
I still got a little bit of health in me.
So you guys start heading back towards the guild.
Wherever Gold's taking us.
All right. Um,
So you still look pretty crappy.
If you want to do like
At
a
a-
quick healing.
at a normal pace.
I'm gonna
Not-
healing word level 2 him before I.
Okay.
Hey, don't you have cure wounds?
No, not on right now.
That's fine.
At a normal pace, not a breakneck. We're chasing wildly down the street pace. Your trip, which took you just to get close enough to actually see the cart and everything and chase, that took a few minutes to get close enough, and you were going fast. And then it took you another about minute or so to actually catch the cart once you had it in sight. So it's probably going to take you at a normal pace about 20 minutes to get back down into the bowl
Heal for 9.
and over to the guild itself. But you find yourselves there. You two, well, weren't you going to the guild first to talk to someone, or are you going to meet them back there and then talk to someone?
I'm gonna meet him back there.
Okay. So you two are on your way over to Ekna.
Yep.
Making your way that way. That's a little bit more of a haul.
Yeah.
Probably takes you from where you're at right now, 45 minutes to an hour at normal pace.
How unfortunate.
Okay. Are you trying to go any faster?
I don't think we should try to draw suspicions.
Okay.
If we draw suspicion, it might just.
Okay, so you guys arrive at the guild. What do you do?
I would take the horse and carriage and take it towards that back entrance where they have that cargo hold,
Okay, very well.
and I would get staged back there and start figuring about supplies because I know I can buy stuff from the guild.
Okay. So you're working on that and getting some supplies. Are either of you two doing anything in particular while you're there?
I do recommend we switch horses because I gotta unborrow this horse at some point.
Just turn this horse loose. Are you gonna run the
Besides,
horse back to him?
our cart is bigger and better and has a cover.
Our cart doesn't have a cover.
Your cart is a full-on carriage.
It has a cover.
I was like,
Yeah,
it
it's a
just
covered.
have a
It's
cover.
a covered wagon.
All right, I
Yeah.
feel like this has changed like a few times.
Yeah.
Maybe it has, but who cares?
As
It's fun.
far
It's
as
fine.
I'm
That's what it
aware,
is
it's
right now.
always had a cover.
It's fine.
I thought it always had a cover too, so.
All right. Well,
It's fun to
if
do
you
that.
want to handle ordering stuff, I can grab the other carriage and get it over here.
Is it not here?
It's a convertible.
No, it's
Oh, it's in the honeypot, isn't it?
yeah, it's near the
Okay.
honey pot.
I'm just it's it.
How long would it take me to run over and grab our horse and carriage from the stables?
You could get there and back. Like if you disconnected the horse that you is connected to this car and rode that over there, and then like grabbed your horses and
walk
cart
them
and
over
like
together.
tied the excess horses to the back, you could be there and back about the time before these guys get back.
We'll do that then.
So, because I mean, it'd probably take. It's about the same. It's weird distance because you're going, honeypot's like down here. It takes you up to the bowl up there. Eknot's up here. You're almost equidistant, so it's almost about 45 minutes to an hour each way. But you're on horseback, so you can cut that time down a little bit.
Yeah, versus their lollygagging.
Versus, they're walking. You're on foot.
Why would we start gagging lollies? That's disgusting.
Ah, jeez. Roll.
Yeah.
I hope you
Yeah.
get
By the way, what'd you
69.
get on your roll there, Daniel? Was it a
I
69?
got a 96.
That's like 3 away.
Yeah. I rolled the 6 and I was like,
You
oh
know
my
what's
God, did I
4 away? 65.
No, that's still like 3 away.
Oh, you're right.
get like 3, yeah.
That is like 3 away.
It's no fun when you don't react anymore.
That's how you take away the power.
No, we're still gonna do it.
Yeah, we're still good. It's a T-shirt, man. It's a meme.
Just
It's not a
3
t-shirt
away.
yet.
It will
I
be.
could say something.
I think it'd look better on a hat.
Yeah, good.
That word has power.
I can just
All
type
right.
words, guys.
So,
No.
Bitches.
other than moving stuff around, you three are just kind of getting prepped and waiting for these two to get back with the children.
Yes, sir.
What?
Should I be concerned as a lollipop? It says homicidal lollipop.
I shall roll.
What is this?
Cursed D4.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
it is
what
cursed.
are you rolling for?
Oh, I'm just rolling the cursed D4.
Oh,
Look,
okay.
look at it.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Could you hand me a cookie, please?
It's so ugly.
I will
What
take
kind
one
of
as well.
Sugar.
I wouldn't mind a cookie either if
I
you're
will
willing to share.
Throws it just out of
I'm
Oscar's.
trying to help just pass it that way.
Thank you, Oscar.
And can I have the other sugar?
Give that to Jason.
Fucking
All
cookie
right.
he loves over
Yay.
here.
Daniel, 2
Okay.
chocolate.
Sure.
So
I know you're gonna ask for another one later, so. Just 2.
you two, you managed to make your way into Eknot.
Yes, sir.
You kind of have a little bit of a reputation that yes, you have worked for or with or had meetings with nobles up here, so you're not really harangued at all by the
I mean,
guards.
I could get in even if the guards didn't want
Right,
it.
but you're not really harangued at all. But they do a standard weapons check and things like that. Have you peace bond and all that. But then you're let in. You make your way in. You make your way over towards Councilman Antoinette's family home, and you're there. You're outside at this point in time. Bad timing with your cookie chewing. Come on, you gotta answer.
I
What
know.
are you doing?
Eating a cookie, duh.
I'm gonna look around the perimeter to see if anything looks suspicious.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay,
Fuck you.
so are you both going in the same direction? You can take all.
I
the
think we
paths?
should go around.
Yeah, we're gonna go around the house.
You
You go one
split?
way, I'll go the other way.
And I'm gonna
so
do it
both of you give
stealthily.
me- okay, so give me a stealth check if you're going stealth.
I'll do it as well, even though I have a disadvantage.
Okay.
I will try to be stealthy. Cooking.
Okay, 27 on the stealth.
Okay.
5.
He's the good distraction.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
They
it's a good
literally
distraction.
rolled the same number again. It was 2 3s.
Bro.
And I will also need.
Perception?
I will also need perceptions.
19.
Nat 20.
So for a total of.
Perception. 22.
Sheesh.
I know I'm not there, but I got a 24.
You shut your mouth.
He rolled a d6 though, so.
Yeah, I just have a plus 20 to my stealth.
Well, you're the only one that can drive the wagon. That's why you had to go over there.
Alright. Alright, let me just get rid of that.
Hey, Liam. Beat them kids, man.
No. I'm already in a bad spot here because she now knows that I know where her place of residence is.
I don't think that puts you in a bad spot.
Well, see, it doesn't.
Labels them as a stalker. though.
Yeah.
It
labels me-
smart.
I was gonna say though, my rebuttal to anything she says is,
Okay.
but I'm saving your kids with that info, so fuck off.
Or
Okay.
she's a public official and it's not that hard to figure out.
That too.
Okay, so I will roll this one.
We're fighting dudes. We're fighting dudes.
Alright,
Yeah.
what do you guys do? I was only going for 45.
So
Literally
imagine
nothing
this,
has
right?
happened.
This is her house. I know, really nice looking house, right?
Whoa.
And
So
then
what'd
here are
you
the
get
kids.
on stealth?
Right, I'm gonna imagine
It's
there's like
not nice.
5.
2 kids.
And what'd
For
you guys
stealth?
get on perception?
I got a 22.
19.
For
So here's our
arms
kids,
or
right?
legs.
And then here's us, right? This is
Okay.
me going this way. This is
All right.
uh
On your own time.
tell them this is Tomur going this.
Alright, so what happens is, Tomur, as you are walking around one side of the house, you catch a little bit of a shadow moving up on the roof.
Oh, shit.
Leon, you also see a flicker of that movement, but you don't know exactly what it is. You see it. It reminds you of what you saw before.
You can't transform again right now, can you?
I need a short rest.
I could use what.
But bad news.
They found me.
I need initiative from you two right now.
3. We're not even there.
This
and
is
we're
where
in
we have
battle.
a partial party wipe, kids.
Not if I have anything to say about it, and I do. 17.
18.
Nice.
Well, fuck yeah, what up?
I rolled a
I
17.
know, I was messing with
The
you.
NPC rolled a 19. How funny.
See, we're on the same
No,
side, so
I've
like,
been
you doing
rolling
good is a good thing.
very-
More careful, we're poison.
Oh, God. Look, but that's not
So,
unlikely.
Tomur, you're up. You don't know if he has seen you, but it's your turn. What in the round? What are you going to do at this point?
Light crossbow.
So you're going to shoot
It's
at
the
it.
kid.
Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Weren't your weapons
The kid's
spawned?
just on the roof, just.
Yeah.
Trying to escape.
Let's
Right after watching Naruto. There's no parents that tell them no.
So I'm assuming that hits 19 plus 4.
Yes, that will hit.
And then 1d8. Where's my d8?
Better not be the kid. That would just be really mean.
7 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do it again.
Road again.
That one probably doesn't hit.
Crossbows don't have to be reloaded.
14.
Depends on what kind of crossbow. it
It's a
is.
light crossbow.
Yeah, then no.
14 to hit.
That misses.
Yeah, then that's my turn.
All right. Leon, you see Tomur take a shot up at that movement that was up on the roof,
Yeah.
and you couldn't really tell if it hit or not. One of them clearly missed as it clattered off of the roof tiles, but you couldn't tell if the first one hit or not. But it is your turn. Are you going to attempt to do anything, or
I'm trying to get inside with him.
okay?
It's a guy hit.
So you use your movement to get closer to the estate, like over the wall. Okay. He's trying to remain stealthy.
Remain stealthy, yeah.
Give me another stealth check as you have to scale the wall and kind of the wrought iron fencing.
So they currently don't see me. Could I then get advantage
Are
from
you
my...
sure?
I got a 27, I think so.
Well, you can roll and we'll see.
Okay, my point is, the boots that I never get to use because you never have it rely on sound. Those ones. I was asking if I could use those.
Yes,
So that means I get advantage?
sure.
Okie dokie. Yay! That didn't do any higher, 19.
Okay. All right.
My boots of elven kind, more like boots of irrelevant kind.
So you managed to sneakily get over the wall
Dun,
and the
dun,
wrought
dun,
iron
dun,
fence topper of it.
And I get stabbed
And-
like through the
Yeah.
fence. Yeah.
Nope. You make your way. You are now standing next to the side of the actual manor home.
Mhm.
There are windows on this side of the building. You could look in. You can attempt to try to climb. See if you can get in one. If open it somehow and get in.
I am going to try that. I need to check something here. Okay. One of y'all needs to remind me to buy a set of thieves' tools sometime because I have proficiency in them. I just don't actually have them.
Well, I do.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
I will try to get in with whatever I can.
Okay.
Ridge my rapier.
Give me an investigation check.
Needle snaps.
Okay. Oh no, my magic
Sad
rapier.
rapier.
This is basically your action.
Yeah.
Ends.
Oh no. I am praying for a good outcome. That is an okay outcome, 16.
Okay. Yeah, it uses up your action, but you actually find one of the windows is already open,
Nice.
and it's a little bit further towards the back of the house. So you manage to get over there to it, you find it, and on the next turn you can actually pull yourself up inside.
Alright.
Okay.
Now it's the enemy's turn.
It is indeed.
If I get shot.
Enemies as in plural, mind you.
Yes, me.
Hmm.
I believe that is going to miss.
Ooh.
14.
Nah, bitch.
18, however.
Damn. That means you get hit now.
Hits. All right, so
82 points of poison.
you take 9 points of piercing damage.
Is that a half?
Well, you're
Why
not.
not?
Oh,
You're
God
not in
damn
hybrid form.
You hurt me.
That's not good. I don't know why you're laughing.
It's just nice to hear him take full damage.
He's rooting for your downfall. You gonna take that?
I might be dead.
You're about to take this, that's for sure.
About to take these nuts.
Ouch.
Oh, shit.
Godspeed,
I
my friend.
would.
37 points of poison.
Oh, what the fuck?
Can you get a save?
No, this. Yeah.
it's like,
I suppose.
save,
please.
Yeah, you do have a con save.
If I don't make it, I'm
Save well,
I'm
my friend.
TKO'd.
Well, you'll be out, but maybe we'll be able to save you.
Leon doesn't notice you though.
My face
Constitution?
one, I cannot possibly.
Yeah, con save.
Yeah, no, that's a 10.
Oh.
That is a 10. All right.
I'm unconscious.
So you take 37 points of poison damage. If you were not unconscious, then after 3 rounds you would fall unconscious at the start of that turn, and your movement would be halved as you get shot in the leg.
Yep, I am on death saving throws.
Okay.
I'm trying to get D&D Beyond a load. I'm sorry.
All right. So, Tomur, it is your turn,
Oh,
Get in that 20
and
Don't
you
you
don't.
roll-
You don't.
Oh, no. I
You don't-
stand back up at 1 hit point. But it
because
means
you're a half orc.
because
Yeah.
I'm a half orc.
So you're not at death saving throw. So give yourself 1 hit point.
That's like the
But-
first time that's ever
Is
fucking
that
happened.
just automatic for you?
That's
Once
automatic.
per day.
Bro,
once.
I gotta fucking roll for mine.
Yeah.
Well, are you a half orc?
No.
Exactly.
Then sucks to
You
suck.
get your other things that you can do that he can't.
Yeah,
Triple.
still.
This is
But
what you
so
said,
yeah, so
I can't live
you
like
are,
that.
You are at
Meanwhile,
1 hit point,
fireball.
but your
Room for
movement is
cover
now
and
halved,
chug.
and after 3 rounds,
No more
you
healing
fall
potions, these
unconscious
are
at
the
the
last one
start
on
of
him.
your turn.
I'm gonna move myself against the wall
Get the fuck out of there.
Okay.
and GTFO.
you shouldn't have an opportunity attack. You probably just turn around and run.
You can.
I can't offer advice because I'm not there. Good luck, my friend.
What's the?
Actually, you know what?
What's the?
I'm gonna
GTFO
use.
action?
I'm gonna move,
Just
and then
do
I'm
that?
going
You
to.
shouldn't have to. He's not within opportunity attack range.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use disguise self to make myself look like somebody else.
In front of him?
No, I'm hidden behind the wall.
You moved up against the
I moved
wall.
against the wall so they wouldn't notice who I was,
I'm sorry. This is
and then I'm gonna disguise myself. to
Okay.
look like
Set
somebody
that
else.
here.
I'll allow it.
Like,
Give me a stealth check
He's like living.
at advantage.
So a flat stuff.
No, at advantage. Because of your choices. And what you're doing.
Fuck, reroll.
Fuck yes. 23.
Okay.
Yay!
One was an 8.
Good to know.
One was an 8.
Leon, it is your turn.
All right, I'm going to go inside the building now.
Okay.
Leon's gonna get bodied.
You hop up into the building. You don't seem to see
Never
any.
seen-
You don't seem to see anything out of the ordinary at first glance. You can hear. What is your passive?
He's got
is-
3 turns until he.
Okay,
fucking
yeah, your
falls
passive
over.
is that. So yeah, you hear coming from a room further out of this room, which you find yourself in what looks to be a den
All
of
right.
some kind.
I've been here
The-
before, remember?
Yep,
So
but
I should like know the rough layout.
exactly, and you found yourself in the
All right,
den.
the den.
This is where they went after dinner.
Yep.
You can see the fireplace. You can see things like that. And you look out, and that looks the double doors that open up into kind of the main foyer area, and you can hear from out there. You're not sure exactly what room it's coming from. You don't think it's coming from the hallway itself, but you hear some like giggling sounds, children's voices. Sounds like play.
All right. I'm gonna
Okay, and then you also hear a stern voice go, "Put that down," and it sounds like that
the servant.
the servant woman that you saw before.
I'm actually real quick. Can I look at the pouch that Antoinette gave me?
Mhm.
I want to see if there's some kind of like seal or insignia on it.
Yeah, I mean you don't need to roll for anything for that. Are you like on the outside? No, but if you open it up, what do you think you find in there?
I mean, I was imagining gold or platinum coins, but also some kind of letter of approval or something.
Yeah, I won't even make you roll for it. You open it up and look. There's the money,
Mhm.
but there's also a ring in there.
It's a signet
There
ring,
is a
right?
signet ring.
Okay, I'm gonna add that to my character sheet real quick. Notas. I am so glad I thought of that because I'm not about to waltz into a room and be like, "Hey, servant, I'm an intruder. Come with me."
I'm
Either
taking these children.
Go with this
What?
intruder or the one that's about to crossbow your kids for 80 million damage.
So your choice.
All right, so I put the ring on and I walk up to the door and open it, but like not like bam. It's,
Okay. So you open the door and you see the servant on the upper balcony kind of area that goes across.
just got my finger over my lip.
Well, no, they don't see you yet.
Oh.
But you see them. They're on the upper balcony area as you kind of open up into the foyer. They seem to be not running, but like speed walking as you see the head of a child, which barely is high enough over the railing that you just see this head just kind of bobbing, running, and the gig as kind of giggling along, goes into one of the other like door. You see the door fly open and then slam shut, and this woman is just walking behind like, "Come back here." She doesn't seem to be paying any attention to you right now. She didn't notice you because she's just focused.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can get up there and get up behind her. Just kind of, you know what I'm talking like.
Mhm.
The fucking
I
hand behind
will
the mouth.
say,
The chloroform.
The chloroform.
I will say, go ahead and give me an unarmed strike just to see if you
Just gonna
can.
punch her.
Well, no, just to see
No, I
if
know.
you can
Should have just
grab
left it be
onto
so
her.
these kids could have home alone the shadow guys.
Yeah, sure, when they have crossbows with hella poison.
This is funny because I have a really low to hit modifier with that. 8.
Uh,
8.
well, technically, she doesn't know you're there, so it's advantage.
Oh, okay.
Roll again.
6.
Okay.
Ooh,
You
it
attempt
is.
to grab this woman from behind, and she like feels something, and she kind of pushes out of the way and starts screaming like and turns around.
grabs your arm and flings you over the.
She's
Middle
screaming.
finger, except it's not my middle finger, it's my ring finger, signet ring.
Give me a persuasion check.
Sit on it and spin.
Version check, okay. La-di-da. 16.
Okay. So she sees it. She did scream.
Yeah.
Not like a full on scream, like
Right.
like ah, but more like in kind of shock and surprise at first. And it was loud, but it wasn't super sustained. Because she noticed the ring, and she just kind of stares at you. How did you get that?
Keep very quiet. I was sent by Councilman Antoinette. Right now, she and her husband are being escorted to the guild. You are in very big danger. So, you and those kids, we need to find some way out. Is there any way through this house, an underground tunnel perhaps, or a back entrance?
Yes.
I don't know if the name Leon rings a bell to you or Thancred, but if it does, that's who I am.
No.
If not, you'll just have to trust me. I think it's better than taking a poisoned arrow to the back.
Give me a persuasion check.
Yeah, baby.
You to trust me.
25.
No, yeah, I don't think she can even. Yeah, no, she's fully convinced.
Yay.
So,
Consider
She-
myself +9
so
persuasion.
she begins to go. Oh, okay. Well, then you'll have to help me catch them.
Oh, we're playing a mini game now.
No, it's. But she leads you over to the door.
Doors.
And she leads you over to the door, and she opens it, and she says, "All right, fine. I give up. You win. Come on out. I'll give you cookies." Okay. That's your turn.
Alright.
Okay.
Can I join?
I need a perception check from both of you.
Both of us?
Yes.
Can.
That one.
Okay. Fair enough.
The dice give it and the dice take it away.
Okay. And Tomur, it is your turn.
I am disguising myself to look like a normal citizen that is a furbolg, just casually walking down the street.
That's not a normal citizen.
Normal
Okay.
citizen.
I'm just making sure I don't look like how I
No,
look.
you don't look.
Human.
You don't look like yourself.
Yeah, I'm just gonna casually just start strolling down the street.
Okay.
Living with an
Anything
arrow
else you're
sticking
gonna
in
do?
Nope, I'm just trying to get the fuck out of there.
Okay. So Leon, it's your turn.
Alright. So, again, sort of whispering, but not whispering on stream, because, you know.
Yeah.
Do you have a problem if I put them to sleep? Don't worry, it's not harmful. It just makes this a lot easier.
Are you gonna carry them?
Perception check or persuasion check.
No,
Perceive these.
That is a 13.
That beats her. She's like, okay.
So,
What
on...
a terrible babysitter.
Then being put to sleep sounds great.
Yes.
Intruder broke in.
Gives me a break, thank God.
I can have a smoke break outside.
So on the children I cast sleep, and I can't imagine they have very many.
You
hit
hear two
points.
thumps from behind
Okay.
behind furniture. These are civilian children.
Yeah.
They got like 4 hit points.
Yeah. Your minimum roll basically does it.
Minimum roll would do
More
1,
HP,
but
though.
No.
5d8.
5d8. Your minimum roll would be 5. Your minimum roll basically does it.
Okay.
You did it. It's
They have
fine.
like 2 hit points each.
Okay.
You know?
And then go to retrieve them, and then I start like motioning for her to show me the way.
Yeah.
Show me the way.
She starts leading you down, back across the kind of balcony area, down the stairs, into the foyer, around the back of it, and there is a door that's kind of built into the back of the stairs, opens that, and there's more stairs that lead down into what looks to be a cellar area. Storage and things like that. But also maybe kind of like a storm cellar, in case really, really bad weather, safe place to be.
You're my brother.
And then she goes to the back of the storm cellar, and you see that there are some stairs going up to kind of an angled double door hatch that looks to be going. The best you can tell from what you're doing, that it probably just leads out into the back of the house, like the backyard area.
Okay.
That is your turn.
All right. So she
Okay.
pretty much just told us, and then like next turn we'll be moving there.
Yeah, that's where you got you.
Like,
You're not outside.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Okay. I will need
What is it?
It's like 12.
a stealth check
How? You have no
from you, straight stealth check, as you are dealing with compensating for her and the sleeping children.
Yep. 22. I fucking love plus 10 to still.
Okay. As you exit out, it's Tomur. It's your turn, by the way.
I'm just gonna start walking away from the house and see if I see any movement. If I can,
Give me a perception check.
if I can see any of them. I'm not using you anymore, you bastard.
Come on.
Okay, not bad. 19 plus 2.
19 plus 2, so 21.
You see that shadow. You beat it by 1, by the way. You see the shadow on the roof. It has run all the way across the roof, and you see it hop down off of like the top of this roof, which is multiple stories, and seem to kind of like slide down the wall a little bit, and maybe there's like a rope or a grappling hook or something that you can't tell. You can't quite see it that well, but it kind of slides down and then jumps through a window, the same window that you went through.
Oh, fuck. That's not good.
I'm just gonna watch to see if I can either. I'm assuming at this point, if I haven't heard anything from Leon,
You pass out next turn. Yeah.
do I pass out next turn?
Oh yeah.
The poison, yeah.
But you don't know that.
Sorry for the
Hide in a bush. Hide in a bush.
Since it was public knowledge, and your character probably wouldn't have forgotten something that
You
happened.
saw Leon, and it happened to Leon.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
I mean, his vision's probably going.
Is there any way I?
Yeah,
No,
you
you're starting
you
to
can
black.
feel it.
Is there any way I can perceive it and try to make something with my alchemy supplies to stop it from doing? Is it just gonna happen no matter what?
It's happening.
Fuck.
You probably would be able to create something in the 6 seconds your turn is.
I'm gonna go look for a bush and hide in it.
Just
Perception
collapse.
I mean, what else am I gonna fucking do?
Knock on a neighbor's door.
I mean, 16.
You find as you're kind of wandering down the street, I mean, this is a really nice area. They have seating areas, lots of, well sculpted topiary and things like that. So there are bushes and trees and stuff like that, all very well manicured and taken care of. So there's plenty of stuff there.
I'm hiding in one of the manicured bushes, and I'll just
Alright.
wait until the next day if I have to.
Fair enough.
It's not corrupted bush. Fucking half orc and half blade just crushing into the side of it.
Why is there a dead half
Okay.
orc in the
Leon, you exit out the storm cellar doors
Yep.
into the backyard,
I need a long rest.
and this is in the back of the property now.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
So we're in the back of the property. Which, is there a pathway that looks like it has the most cover from line of sight?
I'll say sure that you can figure out, I mean, are you looking for line of sight from above, from ground level, what?
I would probably say from above.
Okay. Yeah, you figure, okay, well, if we go into the garden area, there's plenty of trees and stuff in there that'd probably give us some cover from above.
All right. And
Or at least some concealment, if not cover.
yeah, just trying to follow that pathway to make our way out of the estate, and then back into the whole of Eknot, and then all the way back
Okay.
down to the guilds.
I will need one more stealth, no advantage,
Flat, yeah.
nothing, flat roll.
Come on. 15. Fuck. That's
Okay.
not very good.
Fair enough.
Plus
All right.
saving your ass so hard.
So,
Yeah.
At
It's
least
the
you're
best
not.
thing on my character sheet.
At least you're not in a bush.
So
Dead. Almost.
That's the better idea at this point.
at this point, we are out of initiative.
Yes.
As
I feel like
I don't know where you at.
This guy's drunk.
Kill is better than dead, and I'll bail you out. I have a lot of money.
Alright, so in my mind, I imagine, the Yamcha pose where he gets blasted from the side? Fucking Tomur laying down in a bush in that pose, and just the text under, I need a long rest. Like it's a t-shirt.
Oh, that'd be great. You're giving me way too much to draw, damn it.
It's okay, I'll crudely draw this one.
Just recolor the Yamcha.
So
Exactly.
you're out of initiative. Tomur, as you kind of feel your vision clouding and going, this is not a good position to be in. You do manage to find a large enough bush that you figure, okay, at least if I kind of crawl in somewhat to the back of this or whatever, you get here, at least I won't be obviously seen. I'll have a little bit of concealment. It's better than nothing. You get in there, and before you can even think about, man, I sure hope somebody finds, you're out.
Yep.
So you're at cold.
Nice.
Leon, you do manage to get away from the estate. You now have 2 sleeping children and a housemaid, basically.
Yep.
The one who is in charge of all the house duties. In tow.
Yep.
Making your way back to the guild. Okay.
I'm gonna lead the way, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
by giving directions. I'm gonna have her in front of me so that I can have her in my sight.
Need shield.
Okay.
That's not what I meant, but you know what? Fair enough.
Okay.
Tomur didn't leave with me. Oh well.
Gold, you arrive back at the
Count you
guild
so much.
within plenty of time. Approximately an hour
I have to pee. I'll be right back.
an hour or so later is when Leon shows up with the 2 children and the housemaid,
But no, Tomur.
but no Tomur. And that's where we're going to take our break. So, we will be right back in just about 10 minutes. While we are gone on break, we encourage you to go ahead and throw in some super chats to let us know how, hey, we really enjoy what you guys are doing. Here's a super chat that says what you like about the stream, or what, if you're enjoying the campaign, things like that. Or beat us up. Do your worst. Tell us we're horrible, we suck, we should die in a fire, whatever, be mean. We don't care. But if you throw in a super chat, we will read out the super chats after the break, and in a funny voice.
I will strip for money.
Okay, that we cannot do on YouTube.
Dude, you can take a
It's
shirt
totally
off.
online OnlyFans.
No,
It's coming.
no,
we're not doing that.
That'll be Nerd Culture is Dead OnlyFans. Sorry. But yeah, so we will be right back after a short break. See you guys in just a little bit. All right, we are back from break. I do not see any super chats, so
Unfortunate.
so once again, we will not be reading out any because we did not get any. So, but hey, anyone that wishes to in the future, please, we love the support. It helps support the channel, super chat, super stickers, any of those things. All that stuff goes to help support the channel, to help us grow, so that we can eventually go full time and then be on a set schedule to make sure to bring you fun things like our games like this, or Magna Save 'em, and other stuff that we have in the works that we just need more time for. So thank you all for your support. We appreciate it. But we are going to get back into the game. So all of you, minus Tomur, are now at
He died in
the
real life on the
Freelancers
break.
Association.
Oh, never mind.
Hello there.
Okay. What are you guys doing? Leon, you have showed up. What are you guys doing?
I'm still fairly new to the guild, so I'm kind of tagging along with Gold.
Okay.
The first thing I do is I book it over to wherever Antoinette is,
Okay.
and I just kind of. This is really heavy because I only have an 8 in strength. Here you go.
Yeah. Her husband, and now the 2 children and the maidservant are all in a room. One of the kind of rank B level rooms, innocuous, many of them, just kind of set aside so that the husband is laying down on the bed that's in there, and Antoinette is sitting in the chair, and then the children are basically just kind of laid gently on the rug on the floor right there, just so that they have some place to be while they continue to snooze. But that's where they're at.
How long constitutes a short rest?
An hour.
An hour?
Hour, really, it's 2, but an hour, will suffice. It really kind of
I
depends.
speedily short rest.
Yes. If you want a short rest fast.
I don't think personally I would have time for a short rest, so
I certainly wouldn't.
So yeah,
I guess by proxy I wouldn't either.
I handed the children over
No,
to
you would have been fine.
Antoinette, like I said.
You do what now?
I hand the children over
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Antoinette.
She,
We were out for like an hour
you know,
and a
kind of
half.
has
Decided to go grab the horses.
one of them is now curled up on the rug on the floor. She actually takes the other one from you, the younger child,
Alright.
and holds her young daughter as she's sleeping. And says, "Thank you for bringing them.
I'm just glad they're safe.
When do we leave?"
Well, we might have to stick around a bit longer. I thought Tomur was right behind me, but as it turns out, he's not here.
Yeah, I was gonna say we give it 30 minutes and
Find him
then
quickly,
make a course of
'cause-
action.
because
Can't even get there in 3
I mean, you may feel that this is safe, but I worry. There are many people that Councilman Batias has ties to. I do not know where all of them may be.
In the time they were gone, can I say I got a short rest?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Persephone as well.
I understand your
Doesn't do
concern,
shit.
and I am going as fast as I can.
So you're leaving immediately?
No, I have someone to talk to.
Okay. Is anybody else doing anything?
I'm gonna go. From what I understand, we're gonna be here a minute. Yes.
Like
Mhm.
30 minutes, yeah.
I'm
Minimum.
gonna go return the cart
Okay, yeah, you're able
and
to do that.
make my way back.
You're able to do that.
So,
I
And-
said borrow. You're welcome. Walk away.
And you're like, kept your word.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the 20 gold.
sucker.
Stupid.
What
Yeah,
kind of
as you're
goods
walking-
store is he?
As you're walking walking away, you hear him go, "Anybody else need to rent a horse and cart? Only 20 gold."
He just starts a business off of it.
What kind of goods does he have in his shop?
Just a general goods store. So I mean,
Like food or?
yeah, you know, foodstuffs, various things like that. Some general household items. I mean, like in one corner, there's, you know, several brooms standing up. You know, some like fireplace pokers, you know, stuff like that. You know, basic household tools and stuff that people would use for cleaning or, you know, basic projects in the home. But it's primarily food. I mean, think of a convenience store.
Alright, well, I'm gonna take like a couple apples on my way out.
Yeah, he has no problem with it. He's like,
Good.
yeah, go ahead.
I wasn't asking.
So I look towards Gold and Patch and I say, if you'll excuse me. Alright.
Oh, what happened?
Well, we got the kids and the servant alongside, but Tomur must have...
Were you all attacked? I can only assume so.
I'm not entirely certain. I think there was an assailant, but I never got into conflict with them, and Tomur must not have... We'll see.
Tomur can handle himself. Surely he'll be here soon. He may have just been caught up in traffic.
I'm not taking the risk.
Do you want backup?
I would rather not risk another person going goodbye, so... And I
Fair
start to
enough.
head over to Dee's room.
Okay.
Dee's nuts!
Alright. You get there.
Yep.
You're at the door. A little bit of time goes by. Door swings open.
Hey, lover boy.
She's standing there. She's looking at you and she goes, "Where the hell have you been?"
On missions.
You've been gone for like a whole month.
My man said no.
Bro, you have one
Really?
one-night stand and this girl goes crazy.
I don't belong to you, Dee. I hope you know that.
Oh!
Go get him, girl! Time to whoop some ass!
Anyway, I need your help.
Yeah?
I never said you did.
Alright.
Give me an insight check.
Inside
Supposed to
check.
burn the bridge after you cross it, not
You
before.
notice that her belly is larger than normal.
No! Nat 20 for a total 22.
Oh.
She's mad.
You can tell she's not mad at you. She's upset. She's not mad at you.
All right.
You can kind of sense in the tone of her voice and some of the kind of micro facial expressions. She was actually worried about you.
Aww, someone cares about Leon.
So Leon, upon like realizing this, after saying, "You don't own me," just kind of.
I feel like a dick.
Yeah, his expression kind of changes. You can see he feels a bit. She can insight and see that he kind of feels bad, right?
Oh yeah, she actually picks up on it.
And Leon then cuts to the chase and says, "Well, that aside, I apologize. I'm a bit stressed right now. I wouldn't ask this of you unless I thought it was important. I need your assistance with something."
I suppose I'm not doing anything. What?
Well, as long as you're willing to risk your life, as adventurers do.
Not much of a risk, depending on what it is.
Oh, well, you only have to defend one of the councilmen from sudden, imminent death, so...
Who's after them?
We don't know that yet. There's these assassins, they're clearly with the intent to kill, but... My best guess is Councilman Batias, seeing as that logically makes the most sense, but we don't have any direct
Really?
evidence. Yes.
Just so happens I'm employed by Batias.
I'm waiting for it.
You mean my father, Lord Batias?
My father. No.
No, she says, really? That does seem like a bit of a challenge, actually. I suppose, since I'm not doing anything. But don't think that I take on jobs for free all the time.
Oh,
I'm doing this once.
I plan to pay you anyway.
Fair enough.
One more thing. Do you have any kind of healing salve on you right now?
I have my own personal supply.
How much to get one of those off you?
Well, they typically cost me about 50 gold.
Does 100 work?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
I'm glad I'm not getting
Every
any
single
complaints.
interaction.
I have money to spend, okay?
Some people buy
This is
armor.
why I don't pay for things.
I'll give you 3 times the
So
amount
it's just
that
a
you asked
normal
for,
healing
just
potion, right?
because.
Yeah.
Okay.
Normal healing potion.
I just immediately chugged that. I'm not about to go into what about it.
And then if you
Drink it
immediately take
forever.
that when she retrieves it, and she is actually, when she goes to get it, she kind of like waves you into the room and indicates, close the door, please,
Yeah.
don't leave the door open. So you're in her room, you guys. So you have a little bit of privacy. She goes into a locked chest, opens it up, pulls out a healing potion, brings it to you. Takes a gold from you, gives you, and you down it, and she's like, takes a close look at you, and goes, boom, and pokes you in your left shoulder, right
Ow.
where you got hit.
Just recently.
Ow,
Tom
is
and
the
Jerry
appropriate.
I thought you were carrying your left arm strangely. Let me see.
You could have done this before
Oh
you took
my-
my gold.
What the hell did that?
An arrow in some sort of poison from aforementioned assassins.
That's not like any poison I've ever seen.
Yeah, it didn't feel good. I can tell you that much.
Is it root based?
Is it fruit-based?
That root will be in everything.
It's the root of the problem.
She goes back
Ice
into the
cream.
chest, pulls out 2 more, and gives them to you and says, take these.
No complaints from
And
me.
be careful.
Yes, Mom.
Yes, ma'am. No,
Yes, mommy.
are you getting worried about me all of a sudden?
No, she turns around. Not looking at you.
You're not getting
Good.
me, are you?
I would expect no less from the great D. Now you'll find them in the main lobby, I'm sure. Well, off of the side of the main lobby in some sort of room. I'm sure you could ask around. I'm sorry. I have to get going.
Fine. You just need me to look after them.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. All right. I can do this. Fine. Now, whatever you're up to, keep that arm safe. Okay? It doesn't look good.
Don't worry. I always come back.
Okay. And she kind of walks you to the
bastard.
door
Cocky bastard.
and opens the door.
And I go out.
Okay. Just before you go out, she grabs you, pulls you in, and steals a kiss.
Oh!
Best 100 gold I ever spent.
Sucks gotta pay for it though.
And then she
Perception.
steps back and slams the door closed.
Just, I'm sure she can hear this behind the door. Just, at least take me to dinner first. Sheesh. And then meow, and I'm gonna go all the way back to Eknot.
Okay. All right. For those of you who are still, or who go over to the room that Councilman Antoinette's in, does any of you do that?
Bar.
Hmm?
I'm going to the bar.
Okay.
I'll stay near the councilwoman.
Okay.
Councilman,
Uh,
whichever one.
a little bit later, you see a fairly statuesque looking woman. Probably right about 5'8", 5'9". But just the way she walks and carries herself, it's almost like her presence is taller. And she moves
Everyone's
gracefully, yeah. She moves very gracefully down the hallway. She is wearing a studded leather armor that is in a combination of some reds, browns, and blacks, as well as she has a cloak with a hood that she's not currently wearing the hood up that looks to be kind of like a sky blue with silver trim.
Fancy.
Two rapiers, one on either hip. High leather boots. Yet she is not making a lot of clomping sound as she walks. She seems to have a light step. Comes down the hallway. Sees you standing basically outside the door.
I wave.
And who are you?
I'm Patch.
Hmm.
Nice to meet you, and I extend my hand.
She looks at you.
I do that.
Just a cute smile.
She goes,
I think I
Leon
saw
left-
you with Leon the other day. Actually, the other month now.
I
while
see
ago.
friends of Leon's. So this is the right place. Good.
She just ignores my hand.
Mhm.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, alright, fuck you then.
This is not the best place in here.
I think it's a pretty okay place.
No.
I got drink all over my clothes.
She opens the door and looks in, and she says, "There is no way you can be comfortable looking at the councilwoman. Leon sent me to protect you. I think you would be better suited and more comfortable in my quarters."
Well, that's awfully generous of you.
Looks at the bed. with
Assuming
this
that's an offer. Is
large man unconscious on it. Looks back at you.
I do
Looks
the
at him.
nervous look around like,
Damn it. Can you carry one of the children? And the maid servant picks up one of the children, and Councilwoman Antoinette said, I've got this one. She goes, fine. She walks over to the bed, kind of manhandles getting underneath and then kind of rolling this guy up onto her shoulder like a fireman's carry, and then stands up with his weight. It looks like it's a little bit of a struggle for her, but she's surprisingly strong and can actually carry this guy. And she's like, "Follow me," and you guys are led
I'm
up.
gonna attempt to pick up the other kid.
Well, no, the two women.
Oh, okay.
Everyone
The
is
two women.
taken care of.
Ah, all right.
And then, if you follow along, you're eventually led up into a couple floors up.
Are there no other members of the group with me right now? We
There's-
went to the bar.
She went to the bar. Gold.
I would have made sure that Leon wasn't doing anything stupid on his own, because I picked up the impression that he was going to try and.
Okay. So did you follow him to Dee's room?
No, I didn't follow him to Dee's room.
He's
Okay.
probably gonna
I
stop
would have went
after
out
me.
to the main lobby.
Yeah.
You went out to the main lobby. Did you walk through the main lobby on the way out?
I walked through whatever way was quickest to get to Eknot.
Okay. So yeah.
I'm just gonna be trailing behind him. That way he doesn't know that he's being watched. But I'm not gonna let something fucking go on.
All right.
It's just like every couple of seconds, Leon looks around and Gold's just like, whoop, whoop.
Pretty much.
Behind the light post.
Yes,
I
the
will
person with the
say-
ranged attack.
When I went to the bar, one thing I was attempting to pay attention to was any talk or words or people eyeballing the general vicinity in which they were in that room. Like from coming in to the transportation to the other room. Any talk about that?
No, you don't really hear anything about anybody talking about it. But you find yourself with 3 women, 2 children,
Oh no.
and a large man. All
Nervous
up,
sweat.
yeah, all up in some fairly large and well decked out quarters. That there's plenty of comfortable places to sit and a nice big bed, and she lays the husband down in this bed. And then says, "I have it from here."
Are you kicking me out?
Yes.
Oh. Well,
Oh, poor Patch. He deserves better.
all right then. I do the sad turn around. I assume the door slams in his face like, oh.
It
You know,
doesn't.
the
It doesn't really.
walking noise. Just
Doesn't really. It doesn't slam, but it does close behind.
The sad, Incredible Hulk music.
But yeah, you end up making your way back down the stairs and everything, and you do pass by the open doors leading to the bar. You would know Persephone headed that way if you
I
wanted
look
to
around,
join her.
Gold's no longer there. Like,
Mhm.
all my friends left.
Okay.
And the person they sent to help kicked me out.
Okay.
today's a bad day.
Well, now what?
So you, what are you two doing? Are you in the bar with Persephone, I assume?
I don't know if I would have gone to the bar. Did I know where they were heading? Or did I know where he was heading? He was going to...
He was going to look for Tomur, but other than that, you don't know.
I guess I'll head to the bar and just pass
Okay.
time.
Okay.
Characters.
So you
on
guys
the
are
rocks.
sitting there, probably grabbing a meal, because it is, the day's been wearing on.
I like food, yeah.
And
Yes.
maybe a drink or two, some nice fresh carrot juice for you. And you can do that in the upper balcony area, where it is a little nicer because, well, you guys have earned that privilege of being up there.
I haven't earned it.
So you're just kind of tailing Leon.
I'd say you.
Okay. Eventually, after another hour and a half.
Once
yes.
I get to the gates of Eknot, right out of view of the guards, I'm casting invisibility on myself. I ain't taking no fucking chances. I can't even trust the guards at the gate, so I'm just gonna sneak inside.
Okay. Give me your stealth check.
It's gonna be a 26.
And gold perception.
That is a
26 and a half.
24.
Okay. You see Leon go invisible, and you're like, oh shit.
Dun 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 dun.
God damn Goddamn son of a bitch.
You easily sneak past the guards. Do you attempt to continue to follow them?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a survival check.
Survival check.
You're sniffing them out.
Trying to
It smells like
trying
a
to track
bar.
him.
That is a 19.
Okay. You get up to the gate. You see where where a little ways away from the gates leading into Eknot, where he had gone invisible, and you do see, okay, there, a little bit of, scuff mark here and there in the dirt or something like that. You're like, okay, I might be able to track him, but I got to get past the guards.
I believe in you, Gold. Follow me.
The problem is Gold's not good in social situations.
Excuse me.
Persephone just manifests.
I would act.
I'm your pocket
Can
party
I do
face.
a history check to recall knowledge on the Elven Lord that we were helping up previously?
Sure.
Like, what's his name?
Yes.
Valorous, Honorous, and Dick Christmas. I don't know.
Dick Christmas.
Yes, I'm here
No,
for
you
Lord
are-
Dick Christmas.
That's a nat 20.
Yeah, Lord Valoris.
All right, Lord Valoris.
Not Dick
All right.
Christmas.
Dick
I'm
Christmas.
just gonna start, deconstructing my bow as I'm walking up to the
Mhm.
gates. I'm here for a follow-up with Lord Valoris, Blue Devils, and I would probably still have that old paperwork on me.
Okay.
And I'll present that.
Okay. And looks at it. Guild seal.
Sifts through bag. Needed this a long time. Here you go.
All right. Peace bond your weapons.
Done.
Good. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Yay.
See, wasn't that hard. You managed to make your way past. A little ways in,
Paperwork's out of date.
after you're kind of far enough away, you feel that it's not going to draw suspicion. You start examining the ground again, and you think you've picked up Leon's trail. About
His footprints
10
are
more
too
minutes
visible.
of walking. You come back across Councilman Antoinette's estate.
And my ass
You have
is
seen
searching.
no sign of Tomur.
Yep. I am looking around.
Okay,
For the blood splatters.
So-
he was a 1.
give me an investigation check. You arrive a couple minutes after that.
Guide me.
He's still invisible, but you think you tracked him out. Of course, here's the councilman's estate.
Unguided.
Of course, he would have come back here to look for Tomur, because this is where they went. Makes sense.
Guided.
Your boy got a 3.
Okay,
Knows where it is. Because he knows
you
where it is.
cannot find it. No sign of him.
The one time he's stealthy.
I mean, if-
That
if he was
5
tracking-
stealth beat your 3. No.
Yeah.
Could that be considered a survival check though, rather than a
No.
investigation? If you're trying to find a
I
trail.
only have an extra 1 to my survival. So.
Oh, I
Yeah,
wouldn't have
even
made a
so,
difference.
yeah, it's not a huge difference.
Well, just for general knowledge, I guess, in terms
Yeah.
like, could that have been a survival check as well?
And
Depending on the circumstance.
yeah, it really depends on the circumstance.
Tracking. I always
Tracking
thought
is survival.
was- okay, yeah, tracking where he might have gone.
Yeah, but
You would have to figure out where he had
but
been
he's got to
previously.
find it
Yeah, fair
first.
All
He's
right,
got
I
to
was just
find it first.
inquiring on
Yeah.
that.
For that's I didn't make
5e.
gold roll investigation because
No, that
he
makes
saw
sense,
where
too.
Leon was and saw him go invisible. So to go and just look, oh yeah, there's a freaking track. He's a tracker. Yeah, you know. So
Makes sense.
Where's Tomur?
Find out next time.
Yeah,
on
so-
Atavar Ascension.
so you are
Find the
there
Mhm.
looking around invisibly. You are there. What are you doing?
looking.
Leon.
As soon as he starts doing that, I just invisibly run over and just.
You hear a bunch of weird noises.
Your face is being.
Oh,
touched.
so you did run into trouble over here.
Fuck up! I never said I didn't.
Ugh.
I wasn't lying to you.
Where have you looked and where haven't you looked?
I've looked around the perimeter, and I'm not entirely confident in that, but I can't find any sign of him.
Alright, I'm gonna take a look.
Investigation check. Because now you don't know exactly where to look.
Nat 2022.
Yeah, okay, so you managed to find over near the side that Tomur had gone around. You managed to find, okay, there's some indication of larger footprints. Okay, I'm pretty sure these are Tomur's. You know, this looks about the right size and the depression in the grass for his weight and everything. Yeah, this makes sense. You also see some specks of blood. And you're like, okay, he either got hurt or he did his little thing where he hurts himself. You know, but that makes sense for Tomur. So, you know, this might be, you know, if you guys got in an altercation, yeah, that might be. So you found what you think are some tracks. So now you can attempt to track him.
I will roll for survival.
And I will follow wherever the fuck he's going.
Okay.
10.
Okay.
It's not that hard.
It's not
That's what
that
she
hard
said.
because there
That's what she said
are
again.
little drops of blood.
That's what she said a third time.
Ew.
They're not. It's not a ton of blood. It's just little drops here and there. But you've tracked game and everything, and this is something that stands out to you. You make your way down, basically another 2 houses, 2 estates. There is a seating area off to the side, and there's some large bushes and topiary and stuff there. And as you come around the backside of one of these bushes, finding that, you see the backside of it looks to be crashed in, as if a body had crashed into it, but there is nobody there.
Motherfucker.
Can I do an investigation on the bush?
Yes.
Can I give him help action?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, first one is a 21.
Mm.
Second one's a 9, so
Okay.
I'll take the 21.
You see a couple other prints that look like somebody picking up, you know, like position themselves to pick up whatever had crashed in there, which you assume is Tomur based on the evidence that's about, you know, around here, and moved him somehow.
Why couldn't you have been heavier?
He's a thick motherfucker.
More dead
I'm
weight.
fucking heavy as shit. What do you mean?
Not heavy enough.
The biggest one here.
The footprints.
Since I
probably
now
sunk
see these
into the ground
footprints,
or
am I
whatever.
able to find another trail to track?
You can try.
Someone kidnapped Tomur, son of a bitch.
Survival.
You're probably
Okay.
at least, like, what, 300 pounds with all
Leon.
the armor and shit?
Probably.
I found some tracks. Would you mind assisting?
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't mind assisting you.
Oh, huzzah!
Help a brother out. Find the Tomur.
That is a 15.
Okay.
So, whispering to Gold, as we're doing this, I kind of say, well, something that I was really hoping wouldn't happen seems to have happened. It's probably best that we don't follow this trail, just the 2 of us.
Tried to go.
Logically, yes, that makes sense. However,
I know
I
time is
need to
against
know
us.
where the fuck Tomur is.
Yeah.
If we went out here to find him, I'm at least going to find out where he is. We don't have to infiltrate wherever it is, but I need to know where he is so we can make a plan.
All right.
Okay. The tracks themselves, eventually you lose the footprints because it is no longer in the grass. It moves on to the cobblestone street. And even with the weight, in fact, it kind of looks like perhaps he was even put into a wagon or something to carry him.
Oh, fuck me.
That's
But
probably
what
what
you
they're
do
doing.
find
Bring out your dead.
is you still now see, now further apart, drop of blood. And then, ways down, drop of blood.
Good luck. He'll run out of it.
As you are tracking this, how long are you going to follow this trail?
Because, quite frankly, as long as I need to.
Okay. Because you are tracking, you're not moving at a very good clip. You're taking your time to make sure you don't miss any evidence. After about 2.5 hours,
Man, they've been gone for a really long time.
you find yourself approaching the gates to the docks.
Son of a bitch.
Fuck!
Alright, I think I know what we already knew.
Duck time.
Let's go somewhere else.
Going back to the guild?
Back to the guild.
All right.
God,
let's-
fuck.
Let's go to Kyber.
Out of
We're in
really
Kyber.
morbid
I know, I couldn't think of another
curiosity
place.
here, I would like to use primeval awareness.
Okay.
Do I sense anything?
Nothing at the moment.
Alright, that's good. At least he's not being tortured too badly yet. Oh shit. Oh shit. Leon, we need to double time it. Let's go.
I'll head to the honeypot quickly and then I'll meet you back at the guild.
Why are you going to the honeypot?
I,
What could you possibly have there that you need right now?
Johnathan.
You can't just message him?
I can't, actually.
Fuck!
Do you understand how actually exhausted I am right now?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, I'll give you a clue. Poisoned arrow, constant infiltration bullshit. I'm out of juice. That's the only reason I've asked for help.
Oh, I wish I could give you some of my energy.
Lend me your energy!
Fucking spirit bomb.
Fuck you, dogs!
Fine, but you're not going alone.
That's fine by
That's
me.
how Tomur got into this mess. Let's go.
Right.
Okay. Okay. 30 minutes later, you're at the honeypot, which is actually on the way from
To the guild?
the gates of the docks. I mean,
Alright.
it's almost a straight line anyway.
Nice.
30 minutes later, you're at the honeypot.
Is Alyssa there?
Yeah.
Good evening, Alyssa.
Oh, hello.
So recently we made that big deposit on.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much. Maxwell has already been in contact with some carpenters. We will get working, soon. Once you guys give us like a plan.
That's fine.
I'm sorry.
I was just wondering if Johnathan could have vacation for a little while.
I suppose so. I mean, he's been very useful around here, but I mean, with the deposit you left, I'm sure we can use some of that, and we can get some temporary help. How long were you thinking?
A little while.
Fair enough.
A nondescript amount of time.
TBD.
Should we keep his room in order?
I mean, I suppose.
Okay. I'll just.
And I'd be more than willing to help contribute to that. That's
No, it's no problem. You've contributed enough. But yeah, I just need to know so that we know how we're gonna handle things. That's
Right.
all. But yes, absolutely.
Thank you again so much.
Mhm.
Where is he?
Kind of nods back towards the kitchen.
Working?
No.
All right. Well, this will be fun.
Making out with the fucking cook.
Ooh, I love being a buzzkill. Can I help?
You can go. You take care of it.
Ah, good.
So you want back in the
I
kitchen?
just blatantly walk in. There's no knocking. I'm ruining this man's time.
Okay. When you throw the door open, you see the young woman that was there. She's the honeypot right now. This is still a little bit before dinner, so she's really just kind of doing some prep work. Nothing too taxing and all that. She's really like chopping some vegetables and stuff like that, and just kind of prepping stuff. And like standing right behind her kind of with his arms wrapped around her and his head on her shoulders.
Great.
Stupid bots invading chat. But yeah, so he's just kind of there, and she's just smiling. You kind of hear her giggle a little bit.
I'm simping hard.
And as you kind of burst the door open, he kind of turns his head like, "What the hell?"
Oh, you guys are so cute.
And he like steps back. He's like, yeah, no, nothing was going on."
I will say it's a little gross doing that around the food, but
This
hey,
can't be sanitary.
to each their own if that's what you guys are into.
It adds flavor.
Ugh.
Jonathan,
Yeah.
you're on vacation now. Grab your shit. Let's go.
Oh. Okay.
Now.
Yeah. Yes, Elizabeth. Yeah.
Oh, hate that name.
Uh,
Sorry to any Elizabeths
I
in the
got-
chat.
I gotta go. I gotta go.
This is-
I'm sorry.
And she just kind of puts down the knives, turns to him. She puts her hands on the side of his face, and you can't really catch what she says, but she whispers something to him, and you catch just this kind of the side of his face. You can see, a big smile on his face, and he gives her a quick kiss, and he says, "I'll be back." And he kind of bolts past you through the door. Leon, you see Johnathan run, around the bar, past the bar. He sees you out his way back. He goes, "I'll be right back." Runs upstairs. Okay. When he does that, this young girl walks up to you, says, "He's going with you?
Yes.
Please keep him safe."
I go and put my hand out to shake hand. Don't worry. I'll make sure that he comes back in at least one piece.
Thank you.
Maybe missing a
Wait.
leg.
Wait.
I turn around and leave.
Okay. He comes down the stairs not very long after. He's got, a backpack, got, it's fully loaded. He's got a bunch of stuff.
He's
You can
been
now
waiting
see-
for this day for months.
Yeah, it's his adventuring go bag,
Yeah.
and he now has
Where we drunk.
daggers on his hips, and Leon, you can actually see, and actually Gold with your high passive perception as well, you can kind of see under his pant legs, you see the kind of telltale little shape of hilts of daggers in his boots, like
Smart.
2 on either side, so there's like between both of his boots, he's got 4 daggers there,
Yeah.
and he's got a dagger on each hip, and you wouldn't be surprised if there's some others hidden elsewhere. So,
You know you've only got 2 hands, right? You don't need that many knives.
Zorro over here.
You can never be too prepared, Cole.
Could be throwing knives.
Jonathan, I'm
I guess
putting
that's
together
fair.
a team. The Blue Devils Initiative. I'm sorry. I had
We're
to-
not
All right,
joining a
Nick
team.
Fury.
Yeah.
I'm putting a team.
wait, hold
We're
on.
in.
Let me poke your eye out first. Boom.
And then there's like some guy in the corner who's like, "We're all gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
I'm in."
All right, so he's ready to go.
I'm just gonna quickly run upstairs, grab my longsword, and come back down.
Okay.
And then we mosey on back
Okay.
to the guild.
All right, another 45 minutes. Boom, you're there. It is now basically just the beginning of dinner time is hitting. You arrive. You guys find Patch and Persephone chilling at the bar.
Patch is sitting at the bar with the sad, droopy ears,
Mm.
with 5 empty glasses of
carrot juice.
of
Too
carrot
late
juice.
to apologize.
Of all people to leave him alone with, you picked me.
That's
Gold
good
made
exercise
me-
for you to learn how to be a good supporting teammate. Come on now.
Does Gold not like me anymore?
Why are women so mean?
Gold gave Patch a sock. Gold is free.
Oh, God.
Patch was given a Glock. Patch is gangster now.
2 hours, 40 minutes. Okay. So, yeah, you guys are all there at the bar together.
I see them walking. Leon, your girlfriend's mean.
That's certainly a word, but
girlfriend. I looked at Johnathan.
That's.
He's talking about D, because remember they did the sex the one time?
Can you shut up?
No.
Jonathan's eyebrow
Not even a little.
just limp.
You heard nothing.
You've had sex before too, Johnathan. It's fine.
I don't think Tomur's getting saved at this point. Fuck
For
it.
some reason,
New character.
Okay, guys,
Bring
sex
it
is
in.
a totally normal thing.
Persephone.
Persephone
fine,
has had a
Tomur.
few drinks and sex before.
And sex before.
She's fine.
Would you like to break the
He's
news,
not
Joe?
here, so I'm guessing you didn't.
So we've got good news and bad news.
We have good news.
Yes, the good news was we found where Tomur was.
We found where Tomur might be.
No. We found where he was. I'm pretty confident in
Oh,
that.
right.
The bad news is
missing something.
the bad news is I now know where Tomur is now,
How is that?
which is where. No, this is the bad news.
I know. I'm waiting.
So you know that demon Tomur and I were tracking last night, and you know that.
Did you share that information
No.
with us?
Oh well, no.
No, I didn't.
Well, I went demon hunting last night with Tomur.
I'm
that's
right
why we're
here,
home so
but all
late.
right.
Anyways, you guys know that ship that brings in the devil root?
The Etruscan.
Oh yeah, the to-do list.
Can't forget it. It's
Yeah,
right on my
what if
mind.
I told you that all of our problems were in the same port right now, just waiting for us to go in there and fuck it up?
That's so convenient of them to do that for us.
It's almost like we're being directed there by a force beyond our control.
Chugga, 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 chugga.
You can choose to go where.
I don't think it's
fucking
railroading.
around.
Listen, I got a backup.
Y'all can leave.
Y'all can let me die. I don't care.
So, here's what I propose. D is watching the kids. Can we see if D
D
would be okay with
is fucking-
babysitting for a little
She's already
longer?
babysitting.
That was the goal. I would have
And
her
we-
escort them out of town.
That or she stays here and we just go right now and save our friend.
Well, that's what I plan on doing. Is we have our little group here.
Are
And
you
there.
guys okay to go right now?
I was also thinking we should take a bit of a rest.
Really? I'm fine. I haven't been scratched. I've been doing good.
Da, 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 da.
Must be nice.
Fuck it, we'll just take a quick breather then. Regardless.
Well, I could recover a little bit. I just don't want to leave Tomur for so long.
It is nighttime.
I mean, we got
I actually
thrashed
currently
by,
have a level of exhaustion, which I completely forgot to account for skill checks. That's my bad.
Yeah, I was like, you want to head out in the morning, or is this like a urgent, like where?
Well, it is
I want to
urgent.
save Tomur as much
I-
as the next person, but we're not going to be that good to do so if we got
I don't know
thrashed
how
by two of
helpful
those
Leon's
guys.
gonna be right now.
Metagame real quick.
No,
Spell slot recovery. Short rest.
no,
No, I don't think any of us recovered.
you're a
no.
sorcerer.
Yeah,
I've
wrong
only used one
character,
spell.
boo-boo.
Because I'm fine on spell slots. You're out of second level spell slots.
I'm out of everything except 3 first level.
Yeah, I could
That's-
use.
that's all I got.
I
I
could
guess
use
you're
the nap
going
time.
in the morning.
I could use nap
If
time.
the
but
ship
I'm
is
fine
still
with
there.
whatever.
Well, I'm pretty sure the ship will still be there.
And I
It'll
will
be
say
there
right
for a
now
hot
it's
minute.
like 6:30,
Okay, how
which
about
means it technically,
We can
Or
start our
FYI,
rest and then
if
go
you
straight into-
took a long rest right now, you could get up at like 4 in the morning, bust ass to get over there, and be there before dawn, so it'd still be dark out if you so chose.
We could actually get up at like 2 in the morning.
I could
It's like 8 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
technically, yeah.
I can get some eyes on the ship. In the meantime,
I mean, as long as you can rest while doing so.
oh, I didn't say they were my eyes.
I trust.
Yeah.
Well, I
This
just
idea
wanted you to be.
completely
I don't know who you're
That's all I'm
talking
saying.
about. I haven't met them.
Either way, I'm gonna order dinner. That sounds like a plan. We'll head out
All right.
while there's no light out, and we'll sneak
Alright,
aboard the ship.
So
And
we're getting up early.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna make a quick errand.
And I'm going to
Okay.
go talk to D real quick.
Now,
lover boy.
just know
She's a jerk.
if
Yeah.
if you take a horse,
Oh, I've absolutely
go
taken a
back?
horse.
it's still gonna probably take you an hour
That's fine.
in total there and back.
think I know what you're talking about.
Patch mutters, I was only trying to help.
Okay, so anyone who is not going to bed immediately, what are you doing?
Talking to D.
Okay.
Okay, I just didn't know I was gonna go first or whatever. So
Yeah.
I walk up to her and I say, all right, so now that I have the time to take a breather, I can properly discuss things. I would like for you to take Miss Antoinette, the children, the maid, and her husband somewhere outside of Kyber that you think is safe and defend them. I have no doubt that you are more than capable of that.
I am.
And that is all I shall ask.
I will need some coin though. Not for me.
Right. I actually look at the pouch that Miss Antoinette gave me.
I was like, is she not fucking rich?
Yeah, she funded me, so I'm gonna see how much there's in there.
Okay. You actually count it now.
Mm-hmm.
Everything except the ring that was in there.
Yeah.
You didn't really pay attention to it at first because you weren't looking at that. But now you've got some decent light and everything and blah blah blah. Looks to be about 50 platinum.
500?
Mm-hmm.
500
Yep.
smackaroos.
So I look towards her and I say, you can have this much. And I take 20 of the platinum and give it to her.
That'll work.
Alright. I'm gonna add 30
Does
to
that-
my character sheet. Hee
Okay. So she's like, I'll handle it from here.
Again, thank you. This really helps.
She just kind of nods a little bit. She says, get some rest. You look like shit.
Thank you. That also means a lot. That was my next plan, actually. I'm going to go conk out.
I'm just gonna go,
Patch, Gold, anything you do before you head to bed?
Patch is a little bummed. He's just going to bed.
When your
Okay.
mom.
I'm going to insist that I at least get to buy Patch dinner first.
Yeah, all right.
second dinner!
So you guys have a very nice dinner. And surprisingly, it's actually tailored a little bit towards your specific diet. And there's actually some stuff in there that you haven't had since back home.
His ears
It
go
is-
back up.
They have some. They actually, brought in some. They've got some stuff that comes from all over the place, and they happen to dig up some. Hey, you know what? This particular tuber that you use in that area of the world for kind of a special kind of mash. It's like a mashed potato dish, but it is its own kind of tuber.
You got a purple carrot this
Yeah.
time.
Not really a carrot, but it's kind of like a mashed potato dish, but there's certain spicings and stuff like that. And the person who took your order, noticing your hair and gone and everything, was like, I know, yeah, that's something that Herringons enjoy, this kind of thing. So, boom, there you go.
Well, that's mighty kind of you.
All right. Persephone, you arrive.
I'm gonna go visit my friends.
Yep. You do arrive there,
At the docks.
and you are now kind of slipping around the docks a little bit, making your way down them over towards Snooble's little hovel.
Yay, Snooble!
And on your way there, I need you to make perception checks.
Snooble gang.
I sure hope
17.
she doesn't die.
Okay. Near
Yeah.
Dock 4.
Oh my
As you're
God,
walking
that's right,
past.
the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
I don't feel like anyone in the city is really safe right now.
You
so-
do see at one of the berths there is a very, very large ship. You can't see any name painted on it from this angle, but you do see a couple individuals walking around in some of the lamplight that is hanging near the posts. And
You do have dark vision too, if that helps.
yeah, it does actually, because what you notice is on the two individuals that you see, they are over near the gangplanks that lead up from the dock to the ship, and they have red armbands on.
Oh boy.
Those dicks.
You can't really see the details from this distance, but you've seen individuals wearing red armbands before.
Just immediately perks up when he hears that. Oh, I love it.
I mean, it's captured by the guys he fucking wants.
I just need to know if I get a long rest or not. That changes things.
He just wakes up like, all right, bitch, come at me.
And you continue on down towards Dock 5, and that's, where Snooble's little hovel is.
Hey, guards, I didn't hear no bell.
So, what do you do?
Hey, buddy, you in here?
Maybe.
I got something for you.
Oh, what you got?
Well, I pull out one of the snake in a can things that we made.
Oh. What this do?
So you give it to someone.
Why? You just gave to me.
No, I know. Hear me out.
Okay.
And then you get them to open it. So I want you to open that.
Whoa!
He puts the lid back on open.
Okay, yeah, it's a one time thing, but I got more.
Okay. Okay. How? Let me see. Me see.
Okay, I need you to do me a favor first.
Okay.
I
More
have.
rocks?
I mean, if you got them, sure.
Not right now.
Okay, well then, different favor.
Okay.
I got a ship I need you to watch.
Okay.
It's over at Dock 4, and I point, not thinking he knows how to fucking read.
Mm-hmm.
And I point at the ship that I just noticed the armband one, so the one in Dock 4 that we were in a minute ago. I want you to keep an eye over there. Let me know if anything weirder than normal happens. Keep me updated on that one.
Okay. Good pranks. Like it. Okay. Keep eye on ship.
I will be back in the morning.
Mm.
I want you to keep an eye on that.
Okay. Snowball can do this.
I believe you.
I believe me too.
I love Snooble.
Snooble
light.
Snooble good.
And then just as I'm walking out, leaving, I do want to see if I can get eyes on the Etruscan while I'm wandering casually back.
Okay. Like, what are you trying to say?
Is it the same ship, or is the Etruscan a different ship altogether that I can conveniently see what dock it's in?
As you're walking back, as far as you can tell, it's a ship. You can't really, usually the name for a lot of these ships is painted on the back.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Got a
ship
visual of the back, yeah.
head in. So you'd have to actually be out in the lake.
Alright, just
to see
if
it.
I happen to,
Not all ships are berthed that way. Some are actually, from the side, and so as you walk past, this one happens to be head in, so you can't see the name. But the other ships around that you see the names, none of them say the Etruscan on them.
Mm-hmm.
So by process of elimination, it's either that one or, one of the others on Dock 1.
Okay, so it's a possibility that the Etruscan is where he's at.
Possible, yes.
Okay.
And then that's it. You head back.
As I leave, I do want to kind of keep an eye on the ship in Dock 4, see if I see anything weird immediately happening, but beyond that, I'll probably head back, yeah.
Yeah, nothing really noticeable as about that. I mean, you just like the others, it's nighttime, so of the ships in port, many of them have lanterns hanging on the main decks. There's lanterns hanging along the docks at each berth and everything for where ships are currently berthed, just to provide some light for, any of the security of the ship or the ship's personnel's, comings and goings on the ship as needed. Just so that people have enough light that they can see as they move around. You also do see, it is night, so, there is a couple, like dock security people walking around. Not a ton. There are a couple dock workers that are doing some, work late that needed to get done or whatever, but for the most part, it's relatively sparse. Okay, but that's all you notice. Okay?
No sounds of Tomur screaming.
No.
Figured I'd ask.
So, you make it all the way back to the Freelancers Association.
Yeah, back. Take
Okay.
a nap.
Alright. You all sleep and get a long rest.
Yeah.
What time do you wake up in the morning?
2.
Does that mean
Early.
Tomur gets old?
We'll get to you in a little bit.
God damn it.
Yeah, you're a little bone, my guy. But yeah, 2 sounds good.
Okay. So about 2 in the morning, you guys wake up.
Yay.
What are you doing?
I will say I got eyes on it last night, so we'll need to make a quick stop to see if anything happened before we go in, but guns blazing.
Guns blazing. Got it. Guns.
Okay, so
Comes a heavy.
I changed my prepared spell.
okay. So
Eyes.
what is your plan? What are you guys doing?
Well, I'm gonna wake Johnathan up first and let him know that he is going to stay by my side the entire time. We're gonna kick ass together.
Okay.
Get in the ass together?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Grab him by the shoulders. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Stealth mission.
I love you, Patch.
What spell you take?
Protection from poison.
Nice.
Must be nice.
I could use it on someone else. Are you still poisoned at all? Are you still suffering from that?
You're not suffering from the exhaustion or poison condition at all anymore.
Okay.
However, that wound,
It hurt.
it's still sore, and it's starting to heal, but this is gonna leave a nasty looking scar.
That's all right.
Chicks dick
Ladies
scars.
love it.
Second thing I'm doing, I'm finding that dead body of the assassin, and I'm having a little,
Is it still in
face-to-face
the
meeting.
chair
Okay.
at the doctor's office?
I
No,
also
we took
I
off.
look at anyone else in the group and say, feel free to accompany me if you want.
Oh, getting an invite this time?
Of course.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What?
Do you
Dead
want to talk
body.
to a dead guy,
Oh.
or do you want to go find Tomur?
Well,
Well, they're both important. We should-
I'm talking to the dead body. It won't take very long, so that we can better get Tomur.
Why did we do that before? I guess that
I
would
did
require
not have
spell
any
slot.
spell slots.
Could you get me a monster out of the fridge while you're waiting?
While you're
Sure!
It's
not like I'm doing anything.
Patch,
So,
if you're ever
Yes.
feeling down, I just want you to know you're a stand-up guy.
I
You've
am
been-
standing.
You've been more than helpful and a great companion.
Well, thank you.
murder.
Now you die! So I pulled the dead body to a side room, right?
okay. Thank you, man.
Wow.
I figured the dead body was still sitting in the cart this whole time.
Yeah. And I'm going to cast Speak with Dead.
Speak with dead.
Actually, before I do though,
Speak with Dad.
I want to check his body again. I know that
That's what you
Tomur
have to
did,
Yeah, he did.
but I want to check it again to see if there's any kind of like identification for this guy or anything.
Okay. You go ahead and take a look. You search him thoroughly. No identification to be
Check
had.
all crevices.
Can I take his cool shadowy cloak?
You take the cloak. Just looks like a normal cloak to you.
Well, Gold doesn't have a cloak, so he's gonna put it on.
Now
He
has
does
a
now. Now he has a cool cape.
And then I'm also going to, like, if he has any face coverings, hood, I'm gonna get a good look at his face.
He just looks like a human.
All right.
I mean, his name is Average Joe.
And works at a gym.
That information is useful.
Looks like the most average. Oh, he's Reginald.
Reginald.
He's the most average looking person
His
ever.
name is Charles.
My name is Charles. All right. So after that, Leon pulls out his lute and begins to play that sort of somber melody as he enchants the corpse and casts Speak with Dead.
Okay.
And before asking any questions, Leon says to the corpse, because we are allowed to talk.
Yeah.
Says, "You are dead now, first and foremost, if you couldn't tell. So you have no reason to withhold information. Should that not be enough, I have ways of finding anyone you love and care about, and I can harm them because they're not dead. So I do advise that, even though you've already passed on, for the sake of others, you answer these questions."
Is that intimidation?
It's whatever he wants it to be.
Yeah, go ahead and roll intimidation.
Intimidating
Alright.
a corpse.
Just like, that guy's schizophrenic. He's talking to a dead body. Alright,
That guy's
intimidation.
got some problems, man.
That's gonna be a 7.
Todd,
yeah.
you're gonna get the Halo 2 treatment.
What?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Okay.
Ask your questions.
So my first question: who are you working for?
Joe.
Wait,
I really rolled a fucking 7 on such a good intimidation. Damn.
Would you roll like a 2?
So I rolled
You
a
stuttered.
3 and then I get a +4 because I don't have proficiency in intimidation.
Oh,
Oh.
that sucks,
Guess who
bro.
does?
I've got proficiency in that shit.
Me too.
For no reason.
So you asked, who are you working for?
Mm-hmm.
Your mother.
Leon's mom was the BB.
On that note, I will Eldritch Blast him.
If you break his jaw, he won't talk.
Oh, I didn't say in the face.
Okay.
Okay, you Eldritch blast a corpse.
Yeah, it's an intimidation. It's the goal.
I believe
Go ahead and roll.
Cool. Am I rolling to hit?
No, you're rolling to intimidate.
Oh, it's the same number either
You
way.
really can't miss
I know.
a motionless corpse.
It's a 12.
Okay.
Try again.
All right, question number 2. Who are you working for?
I don't need to tell you anything.
You fucking cunt. This spell, I don't even know why I took it.
I'm gonna step in again. Does he currently have eyelids?
Yeah.
He's not gonna for long.
Okay.
He's a corpse.
He's a corpse.
I know. I'm gonna torture a corpse and see what happens, guys.
Sure.
This is why we should have taken them alive.
Well, no one told me not to kill anyone.
That should be assumed.
It's also a 12 again,
Okay.
but I'm
No good.
hurting his eyelids.
But before you go any further, may I say something to the man?
Please, I'm not making any progress.
I kneel down to get in the corpse's personal space.
Mhm.
Kiss him.
You smell awful.
I understand that
Kiss him in
death kind of sucks. And
You understand?
I'm prepared to make you a deal. Instead of them threatening to hurt your friends and family, who I'm sure you care at least a little bit about,
If you even have any.
I'll make sure they don't mess around with them, and I'll even sanctify these very grounds so you can pass on to a more peaceful plane of existence. If you just answer the questions, please. And I'd like to roll for persuasion with that.
Go for it.
Come on.
Senator Skyly. 17.
Yes, please work. All right.
Is violence not the answer, guys?
Who do you
I'm trying to figure out which fucking questions to get rid of here because I have 5 written down, but I've already used up 2 on the same fucking one.
The real treasure was the friends we made along the way.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Friend that you need to go save.
If you would kindly, who are you working for?
A councilman.
So probably Matthias. All right. Question number 4. I feel like that's fairly obvious, so I marked that one off. How many men are on the Etruscan?
I don't know.
Fuck you.
I call bullshit.
Yeah, can I insight that?
Sure.
It's very valid. But
I can pop his
he
eyeball.
just had
if
a
you
bunch
need
of
to.
dudes. Were they?
Persephone, please.
That rolled from a really cool 19 to a really lame 9, so that's an 11.
As far as you can tell, it's being truthful.
All right. Last question. What kind of poison do you use?
A very unique poison. Deadly. Mixed with a special ingredient. What's the fucking ingredient, you dickhead? I bet it's the root.
Okay.
Can I pop his eyeballs now?
Yeah, you can.
Hey.
Did you hit him with the psych? As
I made a deal with this man.
I didn't.
So is it that after he finishes the 5 questions, the corpse starts to deanimate?
It basically
Yeah, I'm pretty
just
sure.
kind of collapses back to its resting position, and it's no longer moving.
I'm gonna pop his eyeball.
As he's beginning to fade, I will act like I'm going to sanctify, but I have no such ability whatsoever. So I give him false hope.
marvelous.
Love it.
I should take the actor fee.
Love it. Okay.
Dear
So there you go. Now what are you guys doing?
Well, I'm gonna cry
Strike
my
this
eyes
mother-
out because
I'm gonna go see Snowball.
one thing answered and it was very vague. So sad.
So you guys are heading.
To Snoogle.
Yeah, I want to see if he
Okay.
caught anything last night before we walk in blind.
Okay, so it's gonna take you probably from the Freelancers
It's gonna
Association.
take us a minute. It's fine.
It'll take us about an hour.
Yeah.
So, and this took a good 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
So it's approximately 3 o'clock in the morning as you approach the docks.
Oh my god.
Tomur,
Yeah.
Make a death saving throw.
your head is pounding. You smell fish, water, a
Persephone's
little bit
red.
of salt,
So marijuana.
old wood. This is a familiar scent to you. You've been on ships before. You're clearly in port somewhere.
Yeah.
Your eyes start to open. And as they do, there is a relatively dim lantern hanging in the corner of the room. And as you kind of start to become aware of your surroundings, you see that this room is clearly the hold of a ship.
Yep.
It is decent size. You see beams going from the floor, going up to other support beams, kind of breaking up the flow of the room, as well as there is, cargo here and there. But you yourself seem to be in a space that is cleared off, probably about 15 feet by 15 feet or so,
I'm in the break.
and you're in the middle, strapped to a solid wooden chair with chains going across your arms and your legs. And the one on your left leg is really in a bad spot as it's rubbing into that wound.
They knew what they were doing. They're assholes.
You can smell other strange smells. Some things you can't quite place, others you can. That clearly sweat and musk from men working in the area, spending time on this ship. And you do hear, some footsteps occasionally, some on a deck below, some on a deck above. And then you hear some voices that you can't quite make out at first, but then hear footsteps that seem to be coming down stairs and getting closer. The closer and closer they come, they eventually step around, out from behind some of the boxes, into the space. You see an elf with long brown hair with some blonde streaks running through it. A saber at his hip. The armband, red, with the Sea Dragon's logo on it. As Vicus stands before you.
I'd like to shift if possible.
Oh, okay.
You have gotten a short rest, but not a long.
That's fine with me. I still get it back in a short
As you have been just absorbed by this poison, it has been messing with you, and you are not in a good way. He stands there looking at you, and next to him is I would say, not really elderly, but approaching there. Perhaps in his mid-50s, human. Gray hair, streaking through his hair some. A few spots of brown. Balding on the top. A beard, not very long, but speckled with gray going through it. A little bit overweight, wearing some fine robes. And Vicus looks over to this man and says, "We didn't accomplish our goal, but I think we have a bargaining chip here. One that I myself have been longing for a while." The other man looks to him and says, "Well, if your men hadn't fucked it up to begin with, we wouldn't be in this situation. See that you deal with this and end it quickly. I don't want any more hiccups to the operation. The boss will be very mad with me. Now hop to it, underling." As he kind of says with disgust and walks off. Vicus is clearly looking at this man with some derision, but deference. Then he turns back to you as the other man walks off. You hear his footsteps trailing up the stairs. And he says, My, it's been quite a long time. You and your friends have been making some problems. But that's all about to end. Don't worry. You'll get to see what happens before you die.
Not before you fall.
Don't you dare end the session.
He smiles real big as you say that.
And I spit in his face.
That's got to be some good distance, because he's about 10 feet
I don't
away.
give a fuck. I will hawk whatever
I will-
loogie I can.
Like the spittoon spits, like
Just
He just smiles all the bigger. It does. You do manage to get him. He wipes it and he says, "Oh, it's going to be fun." And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Ah, you
Come on!
It's called a cliffhanger, but
Let me kill something, please!
Hi.
So that is where we're ending for the night. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope everyone here enjoyed. And we'll see what happens on this rescue mission that the rest of the team has to go and save Tomur. Or does he even want to be saved at this point? Would he rather burn it all down? We don't know. We'll find out on Atavar Ascension episode 26. We'll let you know. It might be next Saturday, but we'll see. So hope you guys had fun, and we'll catch you later.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.